Flippity piece.
Woo 3.
Flippity piece. Flippity piece.
3.
Flippity piece. Flippity piece. Flippity piece. Flippity piece.
What is up, everyone? It's noon. It's noon. We're here. The timer starts now.
We out here. This
What is up, everyone? Welcome to Max on Deck. 24-hour stream. Got a couple subs that have already rolled through. We want to give a quick shout out to. Got let's see.
I am Karcha.
I am Karcha. Kajada.
Lang L, not Lang All, Lang L Andia. Thank you, crazy boy. Thank you for the follow. And yes, it is ambitious.
Flippity
And
piece.
then Smack and Jay, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Sean, Francis, Ryan, ESQ. Also, thank you for the Twitch Prime sub. These help.
Yeah. We've got a quite a few things going on today. The next 24 hours is going to be a little bit crazy. A lot of stuff happening. We're going to be doing some builds, hanging out, talking with some peoples, giving away a bunch of stuff.
Lots of stuff. There's literally, you can't see it that much, but there's just a bunch of boxes of giveaway stuff that we have that we're going to be shipping out this next week, as well as some stuff hasn't obviously been made yet, like GMK redacted, which is I think the first time I've said that word on stream. I bleep myself every other time. Infinity Grain. So what we're going to do is we're going to go through how you win each of these awesome prizes. Um, as you know, I know that you guys are here to see us, but I also know you guys are here to win some free stuff, and like we get that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. So there is a couple different ways that we are doing giveaways. So there's going to be a ton of giveaways that are just given out throughout the stream, just at different times. Things like different artisan caps, a keyboard, 2 keyboards actually, a couple sets of caps, like full kits, like some maybe some grain. And then as well as some desk mats and some other stuff. We're also giving away some things through sub goals. So as you can see, we have a 150 sub goal. It's kind of like the final one, and that unlocks the Rukia.
The Rukia. So it's a polycarbonate Rukia. If you guys are unfamiliar with what a Rukia is, it is a polycarbonate Alice style layout board. Sounds amazing. Nice brass weight on the back, brass plate. It will just be for the base kit. If you've already gotten one, you'll be refunded for the giveaway. So that will or you'll get that. If you want to add on anything, it'll be added on. You will have to cover shipping on that. But I mean, looking $30 for a Alice style polycarbonate high end board, like can't go wrong, right? So that will unlock at 150 subs, which I am confident that we can get there. I thank you. We thank you guys that you guys are doing this for us. Next up, at 100 subs, we have a Project Keyboard gift card, which is
$200.
$200 gift card. That's potentially 2 sets of GMK.
It is,
or a series, or most of a series.
Yeah, I mean you have a lot of flexibility there. You can do a bunch of different things with that gift card. You could buy some sets. You could buy some switches. You could even put that towards maybe even like a keyboard. Indo could be running soon. Maybe an extra Kepler.
There you go.
Get yourself.
Hey, all great things. We will get to the hair dye in just a moment. Real quick, King X Dam, thank you for your sub. TFF Cypher says, let's go MOD. Thank you, Cypher. And due to decline, the 5 gifted subs. Thank you. As well as Strimmy Timbit. What an awesome.
Ooh. Woohoo. Let's go, baby. Let's get it.
Let's go.
Yeah, and then at 75 and 50 and 75 subs, we're giving away some CYO caps. So there's a lot of different stuff happening. Again, you don't have to be subbed in order to win anything. But helps us. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
also, Upasa 159. Good Lord.
Thank you guys very, very much. We're about to, good Lord, already with a 4 more. I don't know what the number's at yet, but we're getting already close to having to give something away. And we're not even 20 minutes into this yet. So thank you very much for your support. Other stuff. So real quick, we've got Infinity Grain, which we'll be giving away with Langalandia later this evening. Whenever he comes on, we've got 2 different sets of Infinity Grain to give away. We've got GMK Redacted, which we'll have Dixie on here in about an hour, and we'll be chatting with him for a while. We'll be giving away Redacted. We'll have Prime Caps. We'll have Frank from Prime Caps coming on to chill with us during games. We'll give away that with him. It's funny. We got a bunch of alpaca switches from Mentorly that we haven't even figured out when to give away, but we'll give away those 100%. Zap Cables kit, some of the Great Wave desk mat and Ortho 75 kits from UPOS. that will be given away in a little while, and then the metaverse desk mat, and we've got some other cool stuff at the bits. Why don't you go through the bit goals?
Yeah.
Well, do you have the numbers? I have the numbers in front of me.
I don't have the numbers. It is not on. It is not on this.
My apologies. So, we have these cool things that Sniper Bob, if you're in chat, let us know real quick if you're in chat.
Yeah, we'll show it off at the end. At the end, what is
What we're
included in
doing.
those.
Okay, so but we've got quarantine packs, so it's just like some personal packs that we made where it's you'll get some of our favorite movies and books and favorite snacks, and we'll throw in some other cool stuff in there, keyboard related. Suddenly Donkey, thank you for the sub, definitely appreciate it. But we've got some cool stuff that's like in the quarantine packs just to kind of help you if you're getting maybe a nice couple days of entertainment with a movie, a book, and some snacks. So hopefully and those bit goals will hit at 10,000 and 15,000 bits. Yes, we are literally, hold on, I did this last time. Yeah, so we are in the same room.
Yeah, we're in the same room.
And CF Canner called it already. At 20,000 bits, what are you going to do?
I'm going full send. There was a meme that was out for a while of me when we did the Mac Madness streams of a majestic mustache that a lot of people really wanted me to have. And you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm going to shave it in. Everything else can be gone, and we're going to be left with just the stash. Be Stash Man.
Stash Man. That's a good name. I love it. And then last but not least, the fun thing that I know Brez really wants. At 35,000 bits, I will be dyeing my hair teal. Very interested to see how that works out. But yeah, that'll be a fun goal to hit. So if you've got some bits, you want to see my hair dyed. Well, it's called mermaid.
Mermaid hair. Oh man,
mermaid. So definitely excited about that.
Let's show off what's in the packs. Let's talk about what we're.
Oh yes, Kinnick. We'll get to after we show off the packs. We'll get to the channel points because we do have something cool for that.
So, all right, I'll go first. So, the things that I am giving away as part of my quarantine pack, a couple of my favorite things: a favorite movie, which is Anchorman: The Legend of Ron Burgundy, as well as my favorite book, which is Invisible Monsters by Chuck Palahniuk. I always say his last name wrong. Very good book. It is a little bit of a interesting read. It's very not rough, but it's this has a lot of cool stuff happens in it. So great book. If you haven't read it, if you're not familiar with who Chuck Palahniuk is, he is the writer of Fight Club. So this was actually written before Fight Club. So this is a very highly recommended read from myself. So yeah, I'm getting this as in addition to two of my favorite snacks, one of which is Butterfingers and some Cheez-Its. As people who know me well, they know I love Cheez-Its. I like to sit on the couch, get a nice little bowl full with Cheez-Its and just sit there and eat away.
Some solid snackage, and then we'll get you guys some keyboard stuff, some artisan related stuff. Most likely, we just have to sort through all of that. My favorite movie is the greatest romantic movie of all time. I Love You, Man. If you've seen this, you understand why it's such an amazing movie. If you have not seen this, I hope you win it so you can see it. At my bachelor party, it was a mandatory watch. I literally said, I don't care what we do as long as we watch I Love You, Man. And we did. And it was enjoyable. Also, Vogon PT, thank you for the 2-month sub. Thank you for the good luck. My favorite book is Ready Player One. If you've seen the movie, it's not really anything like the book, but it was written by the same guy. The movie and the book is written by Ernest Cline. It's a fantastic read if you like nerdy stuff. It's very like 80s centric dystopian. I'm a sucker for dystopian. Are you guys partners? Not at the moment.
But it depends. What does that question mean? Like, it could mean like.
I mean, yeah, that's fair. Are we Twitch partners? No. Are we life partners?
Kinda.
Kind of.
I mean, he's married, just not to me.
Exactly. But yeah, so Ready Player One, it's a fantastic read. And then my favorite snack in the world, for those who know me, is popcorn. I will literally eat infinite amounts of popcorn. And then a Twix bar, because who doesn't like getting 2 candy bars in one package, and as well as some artisans. So
yeah, all pretty freaking cool stuff. So yeah, what are we doing for channel points, Jay?
channel points. So Dixie was very nice and gave us this marble desk mat. So what we're gonna do is it might change throughout the stream based on how much, but I think we're gonna start it off at probably, do we do 5 or 10,000 channel points? So these are channel points, you get them by watching the stream. They don't cost you anything. It's just good. Yeah, and Canner literally knows ultimate butter. But if you use a channel point to highlight a message, if it is an appropriate message, we will not use inappropriate messages. While we would love to, like personally, we just can't through through Twitch. But we will write this message on this. Write your message with your name on this. You can do it as many times as you want. Some people may easy exactly with 100 points. So we might have to set that up. I'll have to go look through that in a minute. It's only 100 at a time. We'll fix it here in just a minute, not Geo. But yeah, we'll so save your points. I'll let you know when we start this. But
I can do this forever. True.
And then we'll actually be giving away the mat at the end. So I am going to work on the channel points thing right now.
I'm pretty sure just about all of our donations, all of our giveaways will be done via whatchamacallit, marbles. We're gonna do everything through marbles. Words are hard, by the way. I don't know if you knew that. But yes, everything will be done through marbles. So that way, everyone that's in chat can win. You do have to be here to win said giveaways when they happen. Nothing is like 100% set times. So just hang out, leave it open. You hear the words "we're running a giveaway." Maybe come in, hit a little exclamation point play, and watch some marbles. So we're really excited about what we're doing, what we're giving away. We got a lot of fun stuff packed in. We're gonna have a good time over the next 24 hours. Not right now, Evo spec. Not right now. Exclamation point play like when marbles is up. When we're actually gonna do a giveaway.
All right. I think the message. All right. Highlight my message is now set to 5,000 points. We will adjust if needed. That was a horrifyingly. It sounded like someone was dying far away.
Oh yeah.
So it's 5,000 points to highlight a message, and I will take. This is a silver Sharpie. We have one of each that will be written on there. So whatever you would like to put on there. I think I believe, that's it for the giveaways. But I guess we can run through the schedule really quick, talk about what we're going to be doing, what we're going to be building, games we're going to be playing, all that good stuff.
Yeah, so first up, we have this hour. We're just kind of hanging out, just enjoying, talking with people, and then people are already spending it. Next up, we'll have Dixie. It's going to come on, hang out. We're going to talk about Redacted, talk about his new spot. I don't know if you've noticed, he's moved recently. So definitely want to check that out. And then after that, I will be doing a build with Mr. I Am Me, You Are You.
Very nice. Sorry, I am typing out these messages since there's already a lot. Sure.
Little is a saucy maiden.
And then, so after that, I believe is when we're going to do a little cooking and chill. So we actually have a really cool cam setup of the kitchen. So we're going to be showing off Osiris and my wife Doodlebob, or Abracadaniel in chat. She will be they will be cooking. They will be cooking our dinner, and then we're going to have Apiary on like we did last time to have dinner with throughout the stream. And then we are going to be starting games. So what kind of games are we going to be doing?
We're going to be doing lots of different stuff. So if you are familiar with the Jackbox Party Pack games, we're going to be doing a ton of those, a ton of the different ones. We're going to be getting y'all involved, as well as if you don't make it in the actual game, you'll be able to take part through it, the audience functions in those. So we're going to have a lot of fun there. We may do some golf with friends, as well as maybe some, Scribbly.io?
Yeah.
Which is like Pictionary. So it's going to be fun. Unfortunately, we won't do anything like Warzone right now. I don't think either of us have that game installed. And we want to keep it light.
Come 4 in the morning, maybe, but like the only issue is like we'd have to like download it on my laptop because we
it
can't
would destroy the internet.
So Lang is ultimate golf with friends. He is ultimate golf with friends, buddy. We might play some golf with friends.
Yep.
You know, I'm not against playing golf with friends.
No, not at all.
So it just, we are somewhat limited with what we can do, but hopefully, man, I am copy paste. I will get to these. I do have them written down. Totes McGoats, Bubblehead Brett, thank you. I do have these written down. I'm going to make sure that they get put in where they will not get deleted. So obviously, I would love to sit there. Gaskets, how do they work? I love it.
Fucking gaskets, how do they work?
So, but thank you guys. For those who know, if I wind up like randomly leaving, the fuck is a Teja? Thank you, Frisco. Good call back. My dog, for those who saw on Discord, thank you guys very much for all the kind words. I definitely appreciate that. My dog Squid got into something and had a blockage. He had surgery. He came out of surgery last night at about 3:30 in the morning. So if I wind up like having to get up and get a call, my apologies. So just because having to deal with all that, but he's doing all right. But hopefully he can come home by the time the stream's over. That would be ideal.
That would be ideal. It would be ideal.
It's been a tough couple days, but I've gotten lots of PMs and lots of tags in chat of people being it is Squid. Lots of people being very, very thoughtful and helpful, and in a time like this, it has just been very very rewarding to know that there are people that care. So, and I appreciate every one of you.
Absolutely. Chulio?
Chulio.
Are you gonna do
corn rolls?
Chulio.
Oh,
You and Chulio. But yeah, hopefully Squid will be back soon, back home soon. And Bessa, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it, my dude.
I need to.
Or dudette. Who knows?
Let's copy. There it is. Sorry, I'm trying to keep up with all these. Need to make a quick. Gonna make a quick Instagram story while we're live.
I mean, maybe 10,000 was a better option. We're not going to run out of room on the.
See, it's gonna be fast right now, but that'll only get us down to right there. I think it'll slow down.
True. It's just Olivia. I like that
Let's
one.
see. Shout out to Ellie Thompson who tagged us in her Instagram story. We
Ooh,
appreciate that.
yeah.
If you want a shout out, we'll happily. I will be sitting here on Instagram a lot today and all of 24 hours. I really like when people like tag us on Instagram in their stories and stuff, showing that they're watching, and like huge support of that. Definitely appreciate all of that, because at the end of the day, we're all just trying to share this hobby, right? This hobby is fantastic. There's some amazing people in this hobby. I wish we were one of those amazing people, but we've met a lot of awesome people in this hobby. And it has been such a ride. So thank you guys for doing that. And then the more you share on your Instagram, that maybe get someone going, hey, I don't mind spending a whole lot of money on a keyboard. And then the hobby grows, and that's how it continues to grow. So thank you guys for all the support on Instagram. I know that has been a big push for us recently.
How the F are y'all going to stay up for 24 hours? Well, I have a very large. This is filled with coffee. We have monsters. We have food. We have tons of stuff. We have all of y'all to help us out. Geo coming in hot with the classic buy a Switch tester.
Oof. And it was the first person to ever tell me to buy a Switch tester was Geo, because Geo said word for word, not Geo, said word for word, you can feel out exactly how a Switch is going to feel on a keyboard just by trying it on a Switch tester.
That he did say that. I think word for word, actually.
Have you tried blueberries? Yes, I actually have. I have a bag of them right here. I will not be building with these because I'm pretty sure these are going to be in a future build. Quick review here. You can give your takes on it as well. Here's one. That's a cream on the bottom left, so you can just swap that out. But I think they are super tactile. It's a very sharp bump. It's reminiscent of the Box Royal, when the Box Royal was like the hypest Switch in the world back in like May of 2018. You don't know if you can stay up for 24 hours. Hey man, it's all good. I'm going to figure out a way to test that if people are here for the full 24 hours, you will get a cool Discord role that will be shown above subscribers. So, but it's a very sharp bump. It's extremely tactile. It's a heavier spring, so I would say the people who are used to lighter springs are probably not going to like it as much. So other than that, I put 89-gram springs in it. It rounded out the bump just a little bit. I thought it felt fantastic. I think that they're going to break in amazingly because they are creams, so they're only going to get smoother with time. Unfortunately, I'll do it because it's kind of what
Classic.
I do. It's bad, but it's not that bad.
I feel like they've made they make it to where it's not as. Maybe they air them out or something. It's not as bad as it was before.
Yeah.
Keycap issues have been resolved forever ago, but people still think that they haven't. So.
And my issue, if you wonder, like the reason I don't, which I'm pretty sure is the reason Osiris doesn't, Mechanisk, thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Mechanisk was one of the first people. This is what I call my shill jug. If you have a sticker and you want me to shill you out indefinitely, I have not. The only one I've covered up was the Holy Panda logo. I've got Tight Beast. That's the most recent one. I love that sticker. This is just a cute dog from Stardew Valley that my wife got me. We got CYO caps, Mechanisk right there at the bottom. Mechanisk, thank you for the gifted subs, and thank you for making the Fiel one of my 4 Grail boards. Zap cables, Key Colt, Prime Caps, Novel Keys is under there. This is the meetup. Another Zap Cable, Switch Mod, Dixie, like all Canon Keys right there at the bottom. Waiting on some Project Keyboard stickers. I know we spoke recently. So if you want to be shill, let me know, and I will happily buy a sticker because I love stickers.
You know that gets us into a good time to give a quick shout out to our sponsors.
Yes, we absolutely should. We have our normal sponsors, and then we have kind of our I guess we could talk about the changes that we're about to
Sure.
go through with that. So why don't we start off with the sponsors? We are going to be doing a small mix up with basically how we say sponsors and partners. So a sponsor is someone that will help us, with links and all of that. And then partners are going to be more of the people that we suggest, that we fully recommend, that so I guess we can start off with the partner side, Zap Cables. We don't have any codes or anything, but I recommend, and I know Osiris recommends Zap Cables more than anybody else. So partnering up with Zap Cables was one of the first things that we did,
Mhm.
and he was a huge supporter of us from the get-go. So big shout out to Zap Cables.
I just want to say, blueberries, good, very sharp though. If you're not into sharp bumps, you probably will not like blueberries. Also, Brzezinski, thank you for the 4 months Prime sub. Appreciate it, my doggy. Next up, we got the first one. Well, I guess we're going through partners right now, right?
Yeah, partners.
So okay, so Type Beast. So Type Beast, definitely recommend his newsletter that he's got. So you can go to typebia.st and sign up for his newsletter. Follow him on Instagram at Typebeast and check it out. Cool stuff coming from Mr. Starstone. Doing great stuff, keeping everyone up to date on some cool things that are happening in the community. So definitely want to make sure that you are subscribed to that newsletter.
Yeah, absolutely. And our last partner at this time is Smith and Rune, which is a new one. We have not gotten a logo. It has been a busy couple days. They have been dealing with getting in the Iron 165s, and obviously my last few days have been quite busy. But we've partnered up with Smith and Rune. We've got some really cool stuff planned, and we're working with them a bunch. So definitely recommend all of their stuff. And while it pains me to recommend a 65% board, they are at least coming out with the Iron 180 soon, and I like TKLs. So, I like Mechanisk. This is why I like Mechanisk. He hasn't made a 65% board yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. He is perfect in my eyes, making 60% boards.
Oh, man. Oh,
Ooh,
Teal Technic. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate that, my dude. Hope. Thank you for coming by. Thank you for committing those. Also, I think we have hit our first giveaway goal for the subs. 50. We're at 66 right now.
We gotta find the 66. We're about to get our second one. All right. Why don't we? You want to swap us to build cam?
Yeah, let's finish the sponsors before we get into it.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So sponsors. So with our sponsors, we've got some amazing sponsors. Switchmod.net/Mex on deck. 4% off lube, any lube that we used today. You can definitely go pick some of that stuff up. We highly recommend, at bare minimum, getting 205 grade 0, at least for stabs. Great for linears. But yeah, go check that out. It's one of those GMK Frost Witches running right now. Dixie Mech, you can go to mexondeck.dixiemech.com, pick up GMK Redacted. It is out now. It's a very unique set. We have a lot more information on that coming up in a bit. Project Keyboards, you can go to mexondeck.project.link. Pick up GMK Masterpiece, which is an amazing set.
Sure is.
Fantastic set. Canakeys.com/Mex on deck. We're going to keep the blue sets rolling with GMK Deep Navy. I think that set is going to be a stunner on very classy looking boards.
Yeah.
I think that's going to be a very, very classy set.
It is that it is, and all those links. The Switch mod gets you 4% off. All the other ones, they don't cost anything for you to use, but it does help us out a ton if you use those links. We do get a small little kickback from those. So if you're looking to pick up anything, maybe go ahead and bookmark those. All those vendors run pretty awesome sets, keyboards throughout the entire year. So go ahead and get those all bookmarked. And hello, Mr. Milk Manu. Thank you for the 2-month tier 1 sub, as well as Sponge V1. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it. Also, Chewy, show off what we're about to give away here in just a few seconds.
Yeah, so we've got a bunch of CYO caps. CYO, if you guys have not heard of him, he makes one of my favorite artisans, probably tied for two of my favorite artisans. As there's 2 of my favorite molds, he's got one of them. So we've got a lot of these giving away today. So we've got this Bear Claw and Blank set. If CYO, if you're in the chat, let me know what I forget the colorways. I know one of them of the 3 right now that I'm showing off. We're going to be kind of choosing, or maybe letting chat decide.
2048 for those.
2048 for those. This is Serica, and I believe this is a V1 bear. So the V1 bears are a lot harder to find. As someone, I guess you can call me a bear collector. The douchey thing that I will say today. These are the Serica bears, Bear and Blank.
Honeypot,
awesome.
not Serica.
Serica? Oh, Honeypot. I thought that was Serica Match. It's just called Honeypot.
Yeah.
And then these are some awesome ones as well. So we've got, I don't remember the colorway, but green, very cool. I like this. This blank is one of the cooler ones. Easter blanks.
Fancy.
Very, very, very nice. These are awesome, awesome stuff from CYO. We'll be giving those away in just a minute. We'll probably give away, and then we've got others. We've got these that we're going to be giving away separately. This will not come as a pair because these, I know a lot of people. Whoop! And I just dropped one.
Be careful, Chewy. Be careful.
When am I ever careful? Come on. These are very sought after. These are the tarot colorway, a bear. So these will probably be given away in a little bit later. But this is one of my favorite bears that I have received. I personally have one of these on my Austin.
Let me cop that bear.
Cop that bear. And then here's the other one, the little screaming commando guy. So we'll be giving these out separately. The others will be coming in pairs. So I know we were really excited when we got one of the Taru ones because I know a lot of people were really hyped on those.
I love that you.
Congrats on beginning a wonderful 24-hour journey. Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Jeff says he loves that you're an artisan boy now.
Yeah, it got me. I'm waiting on my long box, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming. It's on its way.
It is on its way. And then I have to do a quick check and make sure because we do have a few more artists.
Let's show off. We can show it off. Oh wait, is Lube Helios here yet? I don't know if he is. Well, I think it's he's overseas. I can't remember exactly where, but I know he's overseas.
That's one of the few things that I love about these streams is that we're able to, because it's 24 hours, we don't have to limit ourselves to a time zone. At some point, anyone can check us out. I remember our last stream, we were actually kind of like dumbfounded at the fact that when we did giveaways, a lot of people that won the giveaways were actually over in Europe. We were like, wait, time out, what?
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Also, Hugo3, thank you for the tier 1 sub. And then I don't think I actually thanked Jeff Leopard for the 5-month sub. Appreciate you, my dude. I know you said you have to go see your in-laws.
We'll be here though.
We'll be here. So if if it gets down, maybe you're sitting on the couch, everyone's watching TV, and you're like, I don't really care about what we're watching. Well, you can throw us up on your phone. Maybe take some in-ears with you. Keep one ear in. Hit those exclamation point plays for the marbles and maybe win. Yeah, EU friendly stream. Let's go, boys.
Got there. So one thing that we're going to be doing differently for giveaways this year, because last year it was like a full-time job trying to get everything shipped out and organized. So if you win, what I'm going to do is we are going to wind up sending you via Twitch a Discord or a message, and that message is going to be a form that you fill out. It's just a Google form, and you'll fill it out. It's got just a couple questions and to get your information, just so it's all in one place. Obviously, because it can be difficult with Twitch usernames and Discord usernames being different. So it's just it can just be a little tricky. So we'll be sending you a message. If it's someone that we know often that is in the chat, I'll probably send it more in the Discord. But if it is someone who is not in chat as much in our Discord, I'll be sending it to you. And we'll just tell you, because you will need to be there to confirm that you won. And then other than that, it just makes it like 100 times easier than having to go through like 100 different Discord messages, and it lets me know exactly what you won.
You don't have Discord, that's not a problem. We'll make it work without it. So we'll get it all taken care of either way. So anything else you want to show off, Mr.
Showing off, not at this exact moment. I want to give a quick shout out. So with Games with Communities, people that are going to be coming on, one, you guys, hopefully. So we're going to be having a lot of different people. We've got Prime Keyboards, or not Prime, Prime Caps. So Frank and Lisa from Prime Caps will be joining us to play some games. Quakeums from Top Clack will be joining us. Mentorly will be joining us a lot later during these games. And I think we had talked with CYO Caps as well about him coming on. And then as well as we're going to be trying to cycle in a lot of you guys in the chat. So just, hopefully what our goal is to try and include as much of you as possible in some of these games that are very community driven.
We want to get y'all involved. You're sitting here watching us for hopefully a full 24 hours. So it's going to be a good time to try to get y'all involved. Come hang out with us, have some fun. So it'll be a good time. It'll be a good time. Mr. Tyler Durdens, aka CYO Caps, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Appreciate it. Man, it's gonna get to the point. I think we're gonna run out of people to get those, and we're already at 75. So we need to get to some marbling.
We do. We can definitely. So what are we giving away? We're gonna give away. We'll save the Taro stuff for a little bit later. So let's give away the 2048 Bear Claw, the Easter blanks. Let's give away 3.
Give away 3.
Bonus for hitting it in the first hour.
There we go. We get marbles open here. Make sure I've got it all set up and ready.
Dim marbles is 100% correct.
Ooh, boy howdy. I'm just hearing slap at the bass and ooh boy howdy all the time in my ears, and it's making me real happy. Oh man.
Let's see here. The Better Ginger. That's a great name. I'm just going to go through chat real quick and judge your names. Trinity. What is that? Oh, sorry. Skewed. Thank you for the 5 gifted subs. What is the orange ball in the back corner? That is a light. That is a lamp.
He's a lamp. All right,
Thanks
cool.
for welcoming me in. Komatsu V. Welcome, dude. Welcome. Disco Crocodile with the 5 gifted subs. Thank you.
Man, thank
Prove
you.
it. All right.
That it's a lamp? Yeah, you did. You got Chewy got called out. It is in fact a lamp. GOM, thank you for gifting another 5 subs. Dude, little baby Geo with the big gift. It's Abracadaniel's lamp from IKEA. It is a lamp. See? Here, we can go big. We'll go big Chewy. Here, wait, go back and point it out, point it out. Here, see? It is a lamp. There you go.
And at nighttime, it puts cool little lights on the wall.
Giveaway for the lamp.
Give away the lamp. I don't think so. Abracadaniel has joined chat.
Yeah.
No,
No.
we're not giving away the lamp.
Are you guys minimum 6 feet away? We're not infected, so I think, right?
Although,
Yeah, here.
5 feet.
5 feet, close enough.
5 feet.
Close enough.
5 feet not facing each other, though.
Yeah.
Bit gold donate lamp.
Is that Chewy? Do they want the lamp more than they want to see your hair be turquoise?
I think so, apparently. I just need to find
Microphone absorbs all the droplets, dude. I'm keep getting splashback from my Yeti cup.
yes, Grindbox, I'm dyeing my hair the color mermaid if we hit our bit goal, which I think we're going to be winding up hitting our sub goal first, but that's okay. 24 hours is a long time.
Yeah, I mean, we might make adjustments. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see how it goes. We'll see
If
how
we
it
need
goes.
to adjust, we will. Merman, that is accurate.
We're only an hour in, so the fact that we're
it's right now it is set for 35,000 bits. If that number needs to come down, if that number needs to come down, we will.
SM Keebs, thank you for the 4-month tier 1 sub. Woo, fun 24 hours. Let's go, baby. All right, I think I've got everything set up. Let's see here. Should be able to have marbles. Let's see. Marbles work? Marbles question mark? There it is. All right. Marbles is working.
Marbles is working. Let's get this going.
Let's get it going. All right. We've got 3 races that are going to happen. We're giving away 3 caps.
Woo 24HRS, let's go.
All right, let me move this alerts real quick. That's not what I want to move. I want to move you, alerts. Let's put you over here. All right. Which one should we do, chat? You can vote, chat. If you want to vote, let's do. You can put exclamation point number. So
Give me
like,
credit for my Prime sub, please.
give you credit for your Prime sub. Grindbox, thank you for the 4 months Prime sub. Appreciate it. You don't hit exclamation point play yet. Not yet. You do exclamation point vote and then what number map you want us to do. And then you'll see these tick up. So I believe the max is it's from 1 to 54. So everyone that's entering exclamation point vote 69, that is not an available map. It is between 1 and 54. So anything in red, that just means we've done it before. So we'll leave it open for a second. But it should be a good time. Yep. Whoa. One of these already has 20 votes. Devil's Chaos 2. Do people like know that map? Will Osiris dye my hair too? I will not, but I will shave. Should I shave the porn stash or should I go full horseshoe? Like embrace my inner Baker Mayfield and go like the Hulk Hogan. Yeah, that's what I mean. It's like the porn stash is just a stash. It's like, or I could go full on. Little cue ball. Horseshoe for sure. I'm thinking horseshoe. Make it spicy. I can always leave it for a couple days and then take it off if I want to. Do a split KB with your stash. No. Go for the handlebars. All right. It looks like Devil's Chaos is gonna be it. Devil's Chaos 2 has got 23 votes, outdoing everything else by a significant margin. So, let's see. I'm gonna do this race. These are the first giveaways. Give it a second. Now you can hit your exclamation point plays to be entered to win. What's the first one we're giving away, Chewy?
We are going to give away the Easter blanks. Here, I'll let you show them off with the autofocus.
These are the Easter blanks. So these are the green Easter blanks. You get a claw and then just the blank with the little black like swoosh there. Pretty freaking cool looking. These fit with a lot of different stuff because of the green is kind of a little bit more subtle on the sides. So freaking cool caps. You get both caps. We'll go to the listener. So also O Harvey, thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it, my dude. Again, exclamation point play to be entered to win these caps. We've got 104 people in. So let's get it to 150. Let's go, baby. We got 181 people watching. You guys should join in. I don't think we can.
I mean, technically we can, but then I feel like that would not be.
Just enter to win our own giveaways. I mean, let's be real.
We don't want to get.
Let's be real. There's some of this stuff where I'm like, man, I really want this for myself. Like a lot of these caps, I'm like, we want this one. Like those Taro caps, ooh. All right. Rigged. Yeah, definitely rigged.
Already rigged.
Yeah, we're already rigged. That's a lot of marbles. It is a lot of marbles. All right. Leave it up for just a few more seconds. Oh, man.
We ready to get this going?
All right. Ready. Again, exclamation point play. I'm going to go ahead and start it. You got 10 seconds. Exclamation point play to be entered to win that CYO Artisan Caps. This is for our 50 sub goal. So count it. Bowhead Brett, thank you for the 100 bits. It's going. It's getting hot. Froppy's in the lead. He's coming in hot. Oh, he's just got past. Someone already got through. Junhee Ha. Seoul. I like the name there. Seoul, like the city. Ooh, Alansky's in the lead. We've got some people getting yeeted off. Learned my lesson of don't hit 1 when people are getting yeeted because it doesn't know who's actually in first. Scuffed marble. True. Oh, you got slowed. He's now in the lead. Oh, Gio, you just took a dip off the side. Is Kinnick in the lead now? There's no way. There's no way. Looks like Kaloop 80 is in the lead and hot. Rip Mr. Poner. Yeah, I saw him get yeeted off the side. Well. Someone. Oh crap! Someone's already all the way down here. Cat 6 is already near the end. Though.
Cat 6, Con Rare, and fourth.
See, the thing is I can't tell whenever it like starts yeeting people. Oh, Cat 6, I'm sorry, you just got yeeted. Oh, there's someone in the sky. Just kidding. They're getting yeeted off. Loop, he's coming back. He's coming back. The yeet.
What if no one went?
You know, that is an option because we have 55 people left in this Disco Crocodile is in the lead. Nope. Now it's no KB. He's in the lead now. It's near the end. Oh, Wilson's coming in hot. He's gonna win. Wilson
11:55. Coming out of nowhere from the back. So let's shorten this URL. Copy. All right. Where is Wilson? Trying to find his name. Wilson, where are you, bud? I know you're usually in stream.
Yeah. Score. Let's see. You can round out this. See who finishes. We had 116 marbles at the start. There's only 52 left. Means half of you got yeeted. You got yodeled. Off the side. Unlucky. Wilson is not here, rerun. No, Wilson's here. I saw his name in chat.
All right. Wilson, 11:55. I have sent you a message on Twitch, through Twitch specifically.
I mean, you literally just have to be here to enter the marble. Yep, there's Wilson. He got it. Let's go, baby.
No, fill that out, and I will contact you probably Monday or Tuesday.
Yep. Winner, Wilson. Score 11:55. Let's go, baby. Exclamation point shine in the chat. From the wise man himself, Mr. Heinebush. All right, we got 2 more that we need to do. All right, chat. Your choice. Let's go. Exclamation point vote and then followed by a number. Can we see it last place? I'll show it next time. Heinebush. Exclamation point vote.
Oh, we got Brez saying something.
What?
Brez is saying something, but I'm trying to.
He said exclamation point shine.
But in the. It's going to be a minute before I get that written on the thing.
Oh, yeah. Exclamation point vote. And then a number for the map you want to see.
Yeah.
Max on Deck sing stream coming in soon. Also, Bebblehead Brad, I don't know if he thanks you for those 100 bits. Appreciate it, my dude. The biddies. Twitch sings. That would be fun. I actually have talked to Chewy about that, of doing like a Twitch sings duet just between the two of us.
That would be quite hilarious.
There's some songs that that would be fun for us to do. There's one that we always like sing together, but I don't think not everyone would know it. I feel like a lot of chat would know that. Maybe not everyone. You should do deathcore if you do Twitch sings. Chewy's not into the deathcore.
No, I'm good without it.
I'm a little bit more into the deathcore than Chewy. Exclamation point vote and then a number. All right. Let's see. What's winning? Right now it's Twisted Toothpick. Howie.
It's gonna be okay.
All right, let's go Twisted Toothpick. Let's get it started. Exclamation point plays. Get in here.
Those plays.
And now,
Going to give away. Let's top 2 winners. First place will get the bear in the blank. Second place will get the claw in the blank. From the 20, or the one is the 2048. The other one is, I forgot the name already, but it matches to
Honey Pot.
pot.
So the second place will get this 2048 claw and blank. First place, Honey Pot bear and blank. Exclamation point. Hey. You have to download the game somewhere? No, all you gotta do is just hit exclamation point play and you're entered. It is not a it's not a game you have to have. We have it. It's free though if you'd like it. If you want to just run some marbles by yourself, you can. You can run simulations all day. It is free. Integrates with Twitch.
I think it's only up to like 1,000 or 5,000 marbles or something.
Yeah. Passion Projects, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it, my doggy. Marbles need to hit that simulation to train. True. Lonely Marbles. You could like integrate it with your own Twitch and then just run the marble by yourself and then hope you pick a map that you don't get yeeted on and then you always win. All right. We're going to start here in just a second. Exclamation point play. Sagan _ Prime. Thank you for the tier 1 sub. Appreciate it, my dude. We're up to 95 subs, I think, or 94.
94. About to hit that gift card and 6 subs.
Dude. It's going to be
crazy.
It's going to be crazy. All right. 10 seconds. Exclamation point play. Hit that exclamation point play if you want to be entered to win. Couple seconds. 1. Oof. There we go.
Oof. Let's go.
Let's get it, boys. I think we've done this one before. Oh, we got a clear leader right now. Lansky
nice.
Again.
Lansky's
Jeff
always
Leopard.
starting off hot.
Jeff Leopard coming in hot right behind him. I can't remember if this one's a yeeter. Oh,
we'll find out.
Oh,
go away, Alansky. I love it.
Got some people taking the baby pancakes is coming in, trying to go get that number 1 slot, trying to get that bear. Come on over, Chewy. Come on over. Oh, Pluto. I saw Pluto up there. Choman. Oh, some people are getting yeeted. Some people are dying. The game is somehow not recognizing the person that's in front of Choman. They get yodeled. Oh, Jeff
took a strong lead.
Wait, someone...
Panza, and Jabus.
Jabus and Sancho Panza. Jabus, you have won the 2048 claw in the blank. And Mr. Sancho Panza 49, you have won the bear in the blank. Congratulations to the two of you.
Say something in chat, guys, so I can send you the link so that you can fill in the form. looking for some Sagus and
Jabus
Jabus.
and Sancho Panza 49.
There's Sancho.
Jabus.
Sancho won the bear, correct?
He did that. He did.
There's your form. We'll take a Serica bear. And then where's Jabus? Jabus, there he is.
Got yeeted. True.
It really be like that sometimes. So I have sent those forms out. We're going to take a very small little break and just get set up with Dixie. So we will be back with Dixie Mech to talk about GMK Redacted.
All right. Be right back. Let me get out of this. And then we will be right back. See you in just a little bit. What is up, everyone? Welcome back. Quick shout outs to a couple people. Thank you for the subs. Prime Carlos 515, I believe Sagan _Prime, as well as Quinn Pin. Right now, we've got a special guest, Dixie Mech himself. How you doing, my dude?
There we go.
Doing well. Doing well.
Good, dude. So what was funny is I thought about we're not going to do this because this would obviously be Patron, thank you for the 5 gifted subs, and I believe that is our goal. We will handle that goal after the interview with Dixie. But I thought about going through, and anytime we said redacted or any details about redacted, I would go through and bleep it out the whole time. But I was like, one, that would take forever, and two, I feel like, any information that would actually be given would probably actually need to be given.
So, what fun would that be?
Exactly. Famous last words, ask Dixie, will there be extras of redacted?
Oh, God. Dead to me.
I love it.
Oh,
so
it's a perfect name for the person who said that, too.
Exactly. For if you guys don't know who Dixie is yet, he is the one half of Dixie Mech, who does very awesome group buys for keycaps. He is the designer of the Bower, a fantastic 65% isolation mount keyboard with other keyboards on the way. Very excited for that stuff. He is a keycap designer of GMK 8008. GMK, I just went completely blank on the PlayStation dual shot. I kept wanting to say GMK controller. I'm like, it's not that. And then here to talk to us today about GMK Redacted. So welcome to the stream.
Yes, sir. Y'all tired yet?
not really.
Been going a whole hour.
Yeah, it's probably time to call it. 1 hour in. So.
Yeah, just now, as usual, I'm never prepared for these things, so I figured I'd stay in character. I couldn't find my camera 1 hour before because it was in a box, packed up. I hooked up this mic 5 minutes before, so looking pretty good for last minute.
So are you in your new space that you just kind of moved into right now?
Yeah, this is the new office. This is my wife's office, actually, because mine has 0 furniture because I forgot that you need to buy those things when you move into a new place.
It helps.
So I have nothing. It's just a floor with boxes all on the floor. So I'm in here in her office for now. But they basically look the same. White walls, wood floor. So it's pretty nice with all this room that we have now.
Yeah, it looks good.
Overall, how was the move?
The move itself wasn't too bad. We did it in like 2 days. I just bought a big truck, loaded everything up, loaded everything out. I'd say like the painting and all of that was way worse because that took weeks and weeks and like 12-hour days sanding and painting and changing out handles and all that stuff. So that part wasn't fun.
Did you keep any of the crazy murals that were in the house?
No, we did not.
Man.
They're technically still there. They're just behind the paint. Some of them are still there.
I mean, those things were beautiful. It was like a country cowboy heaven in some of those areas.
Yeah, that's definitely what it was. I did not want to be looking at that deer every day right above my screen. It really clashed with the aesthetic that we were going for.
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, so just started a couple days ago was GMK Redacted. Tell us a little bit about that set, because I think a lot of people didn't realize that it was going to be a thing.
I didn't even know it was going to be a thing.
Well, I had the idea last year. I don't remember exactly. Fall, something like that. It was just random. Like I was just driving home. Like all the time, I'm kind of like thinking of ideas, and for some reason, it just popped in my head while I was driving. And then I got home, and I was like, I gotta get all these ideas down, or I'll forget. So I spent like 5 hours at night doing it. And then obviously a lot of things get pushed. You can't just finish the whole thing because I have to do everyone else's key sets and run all them. So eventually, I think it was in December, I posted a tease on the Schofield on Instagram. I don't even think I mentioned the key set because the post was actually about the keyboard itself, but I just kind of threw the key set on there just to like see if anybody would notice. And a few people noticed. So then I continued to work on it. Mac Madness took over all of our lives.
Yep.
So once again, it kept getting pushed back. And then once Mac Madness was closing out, I was like, April Fool's is the perfect day to announce this set because it seems like something that could be an April Fool's joke because it's so different. But I never technically said it was. I just posted it on the first.
Yeah, and I think that you, as the Twitch people would say, you debated the entire community into thinking it was a April Fool's joke. Because I know for me, I was like, there's just no way this could happen. Like I was like, man, this would be a crazy set, you know. But here we are, May 6th.
I mean, I put a ton of. There was never in my mind that it wasn't going to be real because of how much time we put into it. Which originally I was going back and forth on whether I wanted to do double shot versus pad print. And I was going for double shot everything, just all new molds.
God.
Man.
And Janglad does all my renders, as a lot of people know. And he's the one that convinced me to go with the pad print. So shout out to him for talking some sense into me to doing the obviously much cooler route.
Yeah, so how is that how's that working? So it's a double shot key with the pad print on top of that?
Yeah. So which I don't have. I think the samples are in the other room. But yeah, it's literally what it is. It's just they double shot a cap just like normal. But usually they'll have pad print either like on the front of the cap for like numpad legends. And anytime there's a cap with a window in it, like caps lock, those legends are always pad printed. I don't know if anybody ever knew that. But a lot of people are using a pad printed key and don't even know it.
Yeah.
If a cap has a window in it, it's pad printed. But instead of it being like off to the side or a sub legend or on the side, it just goes on top. So in theory, the legend's still there, and technically, eventually, it could rub off a little bit to kind of make it look even more grungy and rub down and more custom. But when I got GMK sent me the samples where they just pad printed over a legend, and they're the ones who actually sent me two different versions, one with a single layer and one with 2 layers of pad print. I didn't actually request that, but I assume when they did the first one, they just did it, and I can assume that they've never pad printed over a legend before.
Mm-hmm.
So when they did it, you could kind of see the shape of the double shot because double shot microscopically has different levels. Like there's you can see the outline.
It's hard to make it super perfect.
Yeah, like there's no way to make it perfectly smooth. So I assume when they did the first one and saw that, they were like, let's do another one with 2 and see if we can completely cover it. So they sent me both of those, and they were row 1s, but I put them on row 2 on my keyboard on like W and E just to type on for a few weeks, just to see if I could really tell the difference while I'm just typing and not just sitting there rubbing the cap, you know? I was like in the middle of just typing regularly, I could not tell the difference on the 1 and the 2.
Interesting.
And then I got my wife to type on it too for a difference. She was like, I can't tell the difference while I'm just typing. And then I kind of put it up to a poll to the community with all that information. And the vote was very clearly 2 times pad print or I don't care. I think it was like 75% was either one of those. So that made it very easy for me to decide. I was very like, I don't know if the community cares more about what it looks like and not being able to see it, or the risk of like, if I'm sitting here rubbing my cap, I can tell, I can feel the line. So that helped a lot. That everybody was just like, this is the way we're going.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm very excited. Like, I don't think I've been this excited about one since 8008, obviously. But this one's just like, to me, it's like 2 times the excitement, just because it's so different and so more like, it's just more fun to me. And the whole marketing of it is just as fun to me as the idea itself. 8008 didn't really have a theme besides the clickbait
Bra.
marketing of sports bra.
Yeah.
But like this one, I could do the whole thing. I could go the 100% and everything with all the marketing material. So that was just fun. I just spent a long time printing out a bunch of stuff on a horrible laser printer, sharpieing things, scanning them over and over again. So it's just been really fun
Yeah.
in general.
It looks like it's been fun.
So
I mean, there's been a couple things that even after it launched, I was like, "Crap, I should have done that. That could have made it even cooler."
hindsight's
But,
always 2020, right?
yeah.
It's a very. I mean, I don't think it gets much more unique than that. So someone had a great question. What inspired the kind of classified military document theme, even going as far into, obviously the set has that kind of redacted theme, but going even further with the interest check and all of that.
I don't really. There was really nothing specific that I was like, "Oh, I saw something on TV," or I happened to be in an FBI classified office. It was like I was literally just in the car. Sometimes when I'm in the car by myself, I just have random brainstorm sessions, and it was just like, bam, like, oh my gosh, I have no idea where it came from, but it was just one of those that was just like, this is an amazing idea. And it just happened that Amazon movie came out literally like 2 months after I started working on it.
Which one?
With Adam Driver in it. It's the one with Adam Driver. There's some like this. It's like the redacted report. I don't know if it's called the report.
Oh, yeah.
But all the marketing was exactly the same. Like they had the name redacted out. It had all of that stuff. That's actually what prompted me to post my first tease on Instagram in December. Because like I didn't want people to think that is what inspired me. It was that movie. It was just a huge coincidence that movie happened to come out.
Right.
So I kind of wanted to separate it. Yeah. So it wasn't that movie, which I watched the movie because of that. I would say.
Just a happy coincidence.
I don't really know. Yeah, it was just really random. Just popped into my head. I don't know why. I think we had been watching Mindhunter, which doesn't have redaction, but it's still kind of FBI.
It's FBI, all that stuff.
Yeah. But that might be where it subconsciously came from.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But this was just one that wasn't really inspired by anything.
I think, and we were talking about this the other day in our Discord with a couple of different people, is I think it's super healthy for the community to have sets like Redacted and in the same sense like Dots, or even maybe like GMKB, where it's like so polarizingly different than the norm. It really refreshes the community and like the key sets forever.
Yeah, I agree. Like the day that I saw Dots last year, everybody thought it was a joke. And I immediately was like, this is really good.
Mm-hmm.
Like I think I messaged Beep. I'm sure he was going with Mike the whole time because they already had that relationship. But I immediately messaged him like, if you weren't actually thinking about running this, I'm letting you know I think it's amazing and I will do it. If you weren't already doing it. It's like from the day one, I knew that one was. It was just a fresh take on blank space. Man, it's good. Yeah. So. Oh.
It's just it's one of those sets that like it's any set that's not standard, or just kind of the cookie cutter GMK set. Any set like that obviously is going to be kind of, you cast a wider net, but this is a set that another in our discussions was, while it might not be for everyone, although you should get it, and while it might not be for everyone, it is such a unique set, and you can do a lot cooler things with it, and you can kind of style that around a board, and it's just something that we haven't seen. And while it's great that we're getting so many things. I feel like some of the keycaps were, it's getting oversaturated. There are so many different keycap sets, and there are a lot of really, really good ones, but there are so many that it's starting to go, okay, we're seeing the same thing starting to pop up, and redacted is absolutely not one of the same things.
I mean, I think that's why I was so excited about it. It was just one of those ideas that I was like, could this really work? I was like, it seems like it's almost like it's such a good idea in your head that you're like, there's got to be a catch here. Like, this can't act. I didn't really just come up with this on accident. But it's like the colorway. I've seen some people talking about how it could be a little limiting on the board you can put it on. But like, I purposely wanted the colors to be in the background. The colors weren't supposed to be the thing that make you want this set. They were just supposed to be the foundation to make it look how it's supposed to look. And then the idea of the legending was the thing that is what sells it. So I went with very like, this is supposed to just look like paper with ink on it. And I didn't want to just go white because everybody uses WS1 and WS2. Like, I have this thing in my head that I'm always attempting to use those rejected colors that no one uses. Like, I have a few sets designed with those caps that no one's ever used before, or like that one set in 2015. So I looked at 2M and I was like, this is light enough that it could be paper, but it's still kind of gray. So I was like, that's good enough. And I didn't put any much thought into it. I was like, that's the color. This isn't supposed to be the thing that sells it. It doesn't need to be red because it's just like, it doesn't need to be a color. It just needs to be monotoned and let it go.
And I think it's great because it, like, the way that you did it, it makes it a lot more attainable. Because one of the things about a set like this is because it's such a high departure from the norm for people. I think if it was a more expensive set, like if it was like say like a $160, $150 set, I think that might turn people away. But with what you did, it was able to get at a lower price point. I'm sure with the pad printing and not doing new molds, I think at 124 it makes it a lot easier for everyone to kind of pick up and be like, I can do that.
I mean, the other half of how exciting, from me being a guy who's had to create keycap set kits for so long and attempting to satisfy as many people as you can, this one was like the most exciting thing I've ever had, because I was like, I can literally satisfy every person. It's like, and almost all of them can be satisfied in the base.
Yep.
And I was like, I spent so much time making sure, like, I pulled up my obscure kit from like 8008, and I was like, every single one of these keys on these rows and these sizes needs to be redacted in the base kit somehow. So then I was like, okay, there is an I literally just opened it up and I was like, okay, I need 4 R1s. And I went through and I was like, okay, there's 4 R1s. And I was like, okay, so now there is an obscure kit hidden inside of the base kit. And then I wrote them all out so that everybody could literally look at the little list. Then I saw that wasn't enough, because a lot of people were just ignoring that thing. Then I was like, I'm literally going to make a freaking list. These are all the layouts that can be covered in the base kit. And then the interest check is what pushed me to do that add-on kit. Never would I have thought to do that. But there were so many people that were, the eyes only.
I like that.
Well, not the novelties. The eyes only one that just has a bunch of redacted keys on every row. Because all the people from all the different layouts that were like Colmac, all these Nord EU layouts, they're like, all you got to do is add these few. And then I was like, well, I'm not adding 7 kits for your one layout. And then one day I opened a website that had every single European layout in the world. And I have a spreadsheet linked, and that's what that spreadsheet came from. Is I went to every single layout, I marked how many keys on every row were different that needed to be redacted outside of what was in the base kit. Every single one of them. And then I took how many extra from each row will this layout need in order to be filled. And I filled every single one of them except 3. Because Dvorkal, or whatever it's called, I've never said that out loud. That might be the guy's name. Whatever the one with the D is. That one just needed way too many. Like it was
Mhm.
almost like an entire Alphas kit. Yeah, Dvorak. So
Dvorak
that
is
one
versatile.
unfortunately had to be dropped for support. I tried so hard, but it would have increased the price so much.
Yeah.
But I basically covered every single European layout, Colmac, even some other weird ones. Like I went on the internet and I looked up every single alternate layout that's ever created in case there's like that one person that uses MT-246 layout. It covers it, bro. Okay.
Yeah, I mean it's a really cool uh, take and way to support everyone with a base kit that's like pretty inexpensive. Like when you think about the fact that at 125 or 124.99 you get support for everything. That's like super critical. I know recently with me building the Austin, I was like looking at my keycap sets and I'm like, all right, I only have like 3 or 4 that can actually support this entire thing, like in every correct row. And so it's nice to have caps that are like, it's not even that it's getting bigger, it's just being smarter with the way that it's done.
Yeah. I mean, I hate disappointing people. Like there's a lot of European customers that complain and then there's 6 that buy. But those 6, you want them to be able to get what they want.
Yeah.
Like I have to be firm and be like, I can't increase the price by $5 for you 3 people. But it doesn't make it easy to do. So it's very exciting when I can actually give it to them and it not change anything. So I was just excited to be able to actually say, hey, look, every single one of y'all, you're good.
Yeah.
At the most, you're going to pay $20 more. Usually you'd have to buy a Nord kit for $70 more.
Yeah.
So it was just exciting that I could actually do it. That's why I put so much work, because I wanted to make sure that what I was saying was correct. And I wasn't going to be like, this layout's covered, and it wasn't.
Mhm.
And then I had those additional 2 Dixie X keys, which get a bunch of crap, but it actually originally had 1, but then I was like, I really want to cross my own logo out. I was like, I really want some self-deprecation in this set. So I made one where I was just crossing myself out. So that might even bring in the people who don't like me because they can have a key that is crossing me out.
I love it.
But by having those 2, it actually added 3 more European layouts coverage because they needed 2 more R1s, but they can just use those 2 X keys. So it actually added a little bit more compatibility, but it was just fun. Like it was a lot of brain melting thinking because you're trying to, like, I just had to do a spreadsheet. I was like, I can't even fathom all these layouts, all these redact. I was like, it's just too much for my brain to handle. So I had a few people who always helped me on thinking because I'm not very good at that. But it was just very satisfying in the end. Shout out to 4-week interest checks.
I mean,
Um,
they've been killing it for you
I got
recently.
exactly what I needed. Yeah, I got exactly what I needed. I saw how many people wanted those alternate layouts. And then it popped in my head and I was like, this worked for macro columns. And then I was like, and it allows people to just completely customize what's redacted. For some
Mhm.
reason, that was not in my head the whole time. It was, this is how it looks. I spent a lot of time trying to get the redactions balanced. Like they need to look random, but they need to be balanced at the same
Yeah.
time.
That was going
So
to
I
be a
never thought
question.
about letting people, yeah.
That was going to be a question I ask is, was it when picking what was redacted, was it done more of like, oh, I could redact these certain letters and numbers or whatever, or was it more based on like when I am looking at this kit in a built keyboard, how does it look?
Yeah, it was a little bit of both, I guess. Originally, I had every single modifier redacted, and then I just randomly chose alphas. Like they needed to be visually balanced. Like I didn't want a ton on the right side or a ton on the top. Like they needed to be balanced but unbalanced at the same time. But then when I got it, I was like, it almost looks too uniformed when all the mods are redacted. Like it just looks too symmetrical. So I like took off the caps lock, took off a couple of the bottom rows, and I was like, now it looks a little more random. I was like, on this number, I'll redact 2 legends. On this one, I'll only redact 1. Like it doesn't need to look like there's a system.
Yeah, I think it looks great.
Yeah, it never popped into my head to let people just do what they want.
Yeah. Yeah, I really like the way that it kind of like spreads them throughout the board because it gives you an opportunity to kind of play with it, like you said, and kind of make your own and be a little bit more creative with it, but also not having it be symmetrical, I think makes it like more aesthetically pleasing in terms of it being redacted. Like it fits the theme better. You know, because when you're looking
It's a
through like
weird
a
thing
redacted
to
image,
accomplish. Yeah.
so
It's just unique. I mean, I think that's the only thing I can ever really say about it. It's unique and it's dope. It's got we are filled with a lot of just black on white keycaps. We've got, with Bleached coming out, Minimal still swimming around. I know Minimal round 2 recently got announced. And then Belafonte, I think that was the name of it. There was one on Mass Drop. I can't remember the exact name of it, but that one was Minimal. And then you still have like the old school Stormtrooper and all that. And so it's like, how do you make yours stand out? This is how you make things stand out, because this is definitely the most unique white on black set. So someone asked earlier that are there going to be secrets under the pads?
I cannot tell you yes or no. Sorry.
Oof.
Ooh,
Classified information.
is that information is redacted? Would you say?
Yeah.
What's under
Exactly.
the pad is that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
That-
I just told you. It's simple.
Yeah.
It's all Dixie X's. That'd be funny.
I mean, it's cool that like even after you buy the set, it could be 3 years down the line. It still can possibly feel like it's new and it's something different because it could technically constantly be changing. Or even if you use that set all the time for years, you could swap out your redactions every now and then and kind of change it up. And if a pad accidentally gets rubbed off and it says Chewie has great hair under it, you'll just get a nice chuckle.
There it is.
That'd be funny.
So
That would be pretty funny. And my thing is what I find interesting is that you have there's something that's not even just redacted from the actual cap. You have completely made a secret additional key in the novelties in the classified set, which is pretty interesting.
yeah, so I haven't actually made a decision on that. I'm going to admit that it actually was originally just literally supposed to say the word secret on it.
Ooh.
And I just decided to add it afterwards. And just kind of forgot to get a new render. And I was like, oh, that's cool. We'll just use it. It kind of fits. It looks cool. And then everybody started asking me, this is so cool. It's a secret cap. And I was like, oh, that's a good idea that I did not think of. But technically, I could still do.
Yeah.
Chase.
So maybe that's the secret is now if it will even be a secret.
Mm-hmm.
It's true. That's true.
So I may make that decision where make something cool instead. Or I'll just add another one maybe that's a mystery if we get to a certain number or something. Yeah, that was one of the ideas that I was talking about that like I was like, crap, I should have done this.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if I can change it now that people have already bought it. Even though I haven't but maybe I'll just add another one later just to have fun with it. That just seems fun to me to not know until you get it.
Yeah, it's just like the little secret sauce, a little extra something special.
Yeah.
Macanova nailed it. Now, if it says secret, everyone will be disappointed.
Yeah, I mean, I'm kind of disappointed that I didn't think of it.
I mean, all I'm saying though is if one of those eyes only caps does not say Roll Tide, I'm going to be upset. There needs to be a Roll Tide redacted.
Legally, I can't.
Oh.
Legally, I can't.
Or
Alabama
boo,
will come for me and end my life.
boo Auburn.
I have tried to get licensing from UA. Like I've applied for it multiple times to actually be able to use their stuff, but I never gotten a reply. So
Damn, unfortunate.
One day.
You'd have to move out of Alabama. That'd be funny.
Yeah, probably.
159.
Those
would like
colleges
to
come
cancel
after you, man.
They do. Texas, like the University of Texas, they are serious about their burn orange. They
Yep.
they own
It's like
that.
yeah, it's like Disney and Nintendo. and then every college in the United States. Like
Yep.
those are the hardcore IP protectors.
Yep. It's like the what is it? The D brand when they're like not Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
skins. It's like
They really used our logo and just put the word "not" on it.
Yeah. Close enough. Yeah. Like, what is it like if you got to change like 15 or 20% to like avoid any kind of issue? But you have to be able to prove it in court.
Luckily, yeah, it's hard to prove. They got every little loophole they'll convince. Luckily, the word Auburn is just the name of a color,
yeah.
True.
and none of the colors on the set are those colors. There's nothing about football on it,
Could you put
so I
Bama?
could probably get away with that. I don't know. Like, I would just be too scared.
I mean, that's just like Alabama. Like Bama.
I think you
University of
could.
Alabama
Yeah.
doesn't have the rights to the word.
Yeah.
Bama.
Because it has nothing to do with football, it's not crimson. It doesn't have an elephant. You could do it.
You can just say,
But
"Oh,
it-
that's my friend's name, Bama."
Yeah.
Bam.
I'll put it right next to the O. Be like, oh no, I was talking about the president.
Bama. I love Bama.
Obama.
Let's see. Rammer Jammer would be a good enter key, but yeah, that'll
Oh, yeah, that's
that would
definitely
get you
illegal.
immediately.
Yeah, that's a big no-no.
I don't want my
but
favorite
probably
place on
should.
earth to hate me and try to sue me.
Did you guys hear about Bento Round 2 coming out this summer? I did not hear that.
Interesting. Interesting.
But and then so we got someone asked earlier, can we expect a longer lead time due to it having to go through the double shot process and the now double pad process?
I haven't gotten any indication that it will take longer. On my quote, they'll give you the estimated production time after it's over, and it was the same as all the other ones I've quoted. So it wasn't any longer. It's still long as crap at the moment, but it wasn't longer than all the other ones. So
Mhm.
I assume they'll either just start earlier than they would if it didn't have that. But yeah, I have no thought that it will take longer than a non-pad printed one.
Mm.
Yeah. The thing that I would imagine might take longer is like sorting, like getting the caps into trays,
Yeah.
because you're taking them from two different processes. It's not like, oh, hey, it's all from this
I mean,
one
yeah,
thing.
I apologize to them in advance for having all of these keys that technically to the blind eye look the same, but they're actually supposed to go in a specific place.
Yeah, that's sorting.
After 5 years, you're like, I've been using this V key where the Z
Yeah.
for 5
Yeah, so hopefully the GMK trays are fixed by then, where they're still in the row when they get to you and they're not jumbled.
That would be pretty
But-
funny though.
So I found out.
Yeah.
So, oh, sorry. You can go.
I was just gonna say that I have to where every single key that's redacted on the whole set is a custom redaction. There's none being used twice.
Mhm.
So that's gonna be fun to try to relay. This one goes on this cap times like 150. So
interesting.
I'm not looking forward to that part.
I have heard though with the new, so I had a couple friends that purchased the white on black through drop, and they said that when they got it, it was better because they wrapped the inner portion as well as the outer instead of what they did with
Yeah, I heard that
8+8,
too.
which I think that's a nice band-aid for right now until they figure out
Band-Aid
something
is the word
else.
for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have any confirmation on if they are actually going to add a new top piece that's molded. But if they are, obviously they can't be like, give me one of those, and it's 2-day Amazon shipping. Like, you have to buy a new mold. It has to be created. It has to be tested. So even if they are doing that, it may be a couple of group buys that ship before it gets done, because they're not going to delay them. They're not going to be like,
Yeah.
9009, we're waiting for this
We're
to be
waiting
done. So
because
yeah. So they have the Band-Aid so that nothing gets delayed, but I don't actually know. I'm just hoping that they end up going with that route.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
It is interesting though that like so oddly enough, Peaches and Cream is out for delivery right now. So we're gonna do like a live unboxing of that. But that didn't have the new box. That's gonna have the old box, the old tray.
Oh,
So
interesting.
Yeah, so I talked to UPass about it because I basically begged him for a picture of of the trays, and I was curious to know how it was going to look, the square and all that. And I was pleasantly surprised, but he said, "Yeah, it's going to be the last one that he gets sent with those trays." But I imagine they probably are just trying to use every last one they can, so they're not having to
Just
throw.
be that. Yeah, I mean, it depends. I assume if they already had printed peaches on creams,
Yeah.
little wraps
Yeah,
before they made the change, so they're like, we're not going to throw these away.
yeah,
It just depends on when you send them. Like some designers have already got it done. Like Rensuya, he usually has everything finished before the group buy even starts.
hmm
I'm a guy that, because I'm doing so much, that a lot of times I won't send it until production has started. So
Yeah.
he might have sent it the second it was over, and they just printed them, and they've been sitting there ready to go.
yeah.
Yeah, because
So
I'm sure they had some like leftover trays. Like, there's no
Yeah.
way they had utilized all of them. I'm sure they had ordered a crap load of them, so sure it helped them get kind of that stock out before they started the new ones.
Yeah.
So excited to see about that. I want to ask you about this because you are a color matching. You are often thrown in the mix of color matching. Peaches and Cream has gotten a lot of, I wouldn't say hate, but criticism with color matching and colors. And it's we've seen this before. We've talked about this. It's with it is hard to make plastic look like it does on a computer screen. And so, I guess go through some of the challenges you've seen through color matching, as well as just overall. I know, like what I'm looking over at 8008. I love way more in person because I feel like the blue comes out in the modifiers way more in person than it ever did on a screen.
Yeah.
But you were never like silent about that. You were always very like, hey, it's a like navy.
Yeah, when 8008 ran, about a week in, I realized that 90% of people thought it was just gray.
Mhm.
And I was like, wait a second, this isn't gray. So we started making all these comparison renders and stuff, just trying to show people this is not gray.
It's like a blue gray.
Yeah, but back to your actual question, color matching is like the scariest thing on earth. It's very hard to do. Because we can't just have our all of our samples finalized before the group buy runs. Like some people can get round one, but if you need a round two, they don't allow us to just get 3 rounds of samples before the group buy is going to run.
Yeah.
Like they don't want to put that, costs them money that usually is just bundled with the key set.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're not paying for a key set for 8 months, they don't want to pay for that. So it's hard because you have to make that decision. This is what the renders are going to look like. And as everyone knows, every monitor on Earth is going to display it differently.
Yep.
So what it looks like on my screen where I'm designing and it looks perfect exactly how I want it. And I've done my monitor calibration the best I can do it. And then Bojob that looks at it at a Best Buy computer, it's not going to look the same.
Yeah.
So it's hard and scary knowing that it looks in person exactly how I pictured it. But I know there's going to be people that are disappointed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And there's nothing you can do about it, but it sucks.
Yeah.
And it's very stressful just when you're trying to make that final decision. When you send the email, this is right. You're sitting there like, is it right? Because you only get 3 caps, maybe 4, which I think I've talked about on another stream. I don't know if it was this one or BT maybe, but like Mizu got some criticism for being too saturated, which when I've looked at it on my monitor that's color calibrated, it was pretty close. But when I opened it for the first time, I had the same thought. I was like, this might be a little too saturated. But they don't send me 65 samples. I can't get 65 of them next to each other and put them on a board and see, oh, once there's that many next to each other, it starts glowing. I get 4.
Yeah.
And then I send 2 to Rensuya. So Rensuya gets 2 and I get 2. And we're like, well, this is too light. But if I would have put all 65 of those ones that we thought were too light, it might have looked perfect. But there's no way for us to know that. And every color is going to act different. So blue may do that, but like yellow may not. So I can't just be like, well, I know it's always going to be more saturated. There's no formula.
Well, and you're getting blank caps, right? Like they don't have printing on them.
That's true. They have they will do double shot ones, but they're rarely ever with the actual double shot color that the set has. It'll just be like CR or CP. So it's basically useless. Like Mizu used WS1, I think, but our samples were sent with CR or CP. So it's like I don't even look at the double shot ones they send us because it's not going to represent it.
I guess
correctly.
if you're using GMK colors, they probably will.
I mean, if you're using stock colors, they will.
I know DualShot used all GMK stock colors, and so I'm sure that when you got sent samples of your stock colored keycap set, that that's able to go. But at that point, you already because it's stock colors.
Get samples for stock color.
Yeah, you already.
Yeah, I don't even need samples. I'm just like, I see him in person. Let's go.
Yeah, you're like, I have ring.
Yeah, I mean, stock color sets are that month of stock color set. In the back of your mind is so much more relaxed.
Yeah.
Just knowing, like, I know what these look like. Everyone else can know what these look like. There's no mystery. But custom colors, like, I think I'm pretty good at it. Which I don't think I'm the best. I'm sure there's somebody who is literally a professional. Which I've started trying to get more official results, which I think 159 does the same thing, where we actually get them scientifically with an instrument that measures them to ensure that what I'm thinking is correct, which is what I think I did that with a set. I can't remember what set it was. It was Botanical. It was the first one I did that with. So I was like, to the person, I was like, I think these are the ones that are correct. And then they came back with the data and they were like, yes, that is what you should be doing. But it was validation. Okay, I can now rest easy knowing that I was correct. It wasn't just me thinking.
So when they do that, do they match it to like the RAL chip or like the Pantone chip that you get?
Yeah, it's RAL, because of the way the system is created and it has numbers. The numbers actually mean things. Like there's 3 numbers and all 3 of them stand for something. I can't remember exactly what it is. But Pantone numbers just exist. This was the next one in line.
Yeah.
The last color we made was 4,350, so now this is 3,451. Like it literally means nothing.
Yeah.
So, but it's still very scary.
Yeah, and we talked.
There's so much time, so much money, so many people involved that are counting on you.
We've talked about it before too, of like how there's decisions that get made when you're color matching of like what is best for the set more so than what exactly matches, which I think is a big portion that people don't think about and don't take into factor. They just like, it don't match my screen. Why different? And it's like, yes, but this looks better, like aesthetically.
Yeah. I held my keycap up to my screen and it doesn't match.
I think it's what we are, we're very spoiled in this hobby, in the fact that like, I know that if I buy a set and I just hate it when it gets to me, I look at it and I go, oh, this is terrible. I'm in a hobby where I could literally make money off of selling that set. I choose not to. I will typically, if I get something and I don't use it, I sell it at extras price, because it's like, I'm not screwing anybody out of money, but I am able to go, hey, I went 9 months without this money, so yeah, I wouldn't mind buying myself dinner, with recouping the money I spent plus buying myself a dinner for not having this. And then And that's something that we just don't get to see that often. So if you get a set and you're like, man, it's not that great, like it's one of those, I wish I could just say, I'm sorry that you didn't like it, I'm sorry it's not everything that you wanted it to be. Guess what, at least you're not out of money. But
Yeah.
we talked about this on our stream a few weeks ago, where it was, you need to trust the designer to make the decision that makes it the best design. Not it needs to be what they have shown you, their vision, and you are signing up knowing that the designer is going to try and best complete their vision, not best show what is seen on a render. And because renders don't always tell the truth, like renders are different. Things look different. There's a great video from Dixie's Instagram. I don't know if it's saved, where you took a Bower with 8008 and you literally walked from inside to outside, and it looked like two
doing
different
that.
parts.
I've started trying to do that when they come in, just to kind of, because there's no way to really represent it perfectly.
Yeah.
So maybe if I'm walking around in a bunch of different lightings, whatever monitor they're viewing it on, somewhere in there it may look how it's supposed to. Yeah, renders are almost just as scary as color matching, because it's got the same amount of pressure on you to get it right.
Yeah.
And bright colors are even harder, because a monitor is literally backlit. Like, it turns a bright color into an actual, like, bright flashlight. It is literally glowing because there is a light behind it. In real life, that cap is not lit up. So it's hard. Like, how do I represent a bright color on a lit up thing to look like it's supposed to look when it's not lit up? Which is kind of what happened with 8008. Where it just looked like it was this bright neon pink. And anytime we tried to kind of tone it down, we did so many renders to try to get it right that it would just look dull. Like it was just like way too dull. So it was so hard to get it right. But it ended up looking exactly how I pictured, and I literally had the cloth that I was matching to.
Mm-hmm.
So like they got almost perfect to that cloth. But trying to represent that to everyone who doesn't have that bra sitting in front of them is hard to do. So it does hurt me whenever I see someone disappointed.
And don't hurt Dixie. Come on, guys.
Or when I see someone who posts a picture and turns the saturation all the way up to look like what they thought it was supposed to look like, and then there's a buttload of comments like, that's not what it looks like. This set sucks. And I'm like, dang.
It's like, I think people are just way too hung up on the renders, and I renders are important, right? Like, that's a huge part of the set. That's what makes you really get invested emotionally or financially into the set. But at the same time, like we've always said, you're buying into the vision of the designer and the vendor of like, what do they think is going to make the best looking cap set? And especially for the vendors now who have done so much, it's easy to trust them and their knowledge of what is going to come out right and look well for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Like I mean, I was scared the whole time 8008 was happening. Like I could feel it already months before it came in. I was like, I know what's gonna happen. But I was like, this is how it looks the best. This set is perfectly balanced in color. If I made that pink too purpley, how the renders on a lot of screens that I would look at after the months of me just pondering on it and freaking out, I was like, is it too purple? I was like, oh my gosh, is this how it looks? And I look on 50-inch screens, I send it to friends, I was like, tell me what color this is. This was like in January. Like, I was still like freaking out about it. But it looks how I wanted it to look, but it's just hard. So I understand Rensuya and Canon keys, like, it's just hard. Especially with certain colors. It's just like, it's really, really hard to pull it off. And then when you get to the thirds, if you get your third sample in, and it's been however many months, then you have to make the decision. Do we say this is good enough?
Mm-hmm.
Or do we keep going? Because there's a certain point in time where you have to make that decision.
Yeah.
Like, what's going to make people more upset? Us, and at this point, it takes like 5 months to get a sample. Like, it's crazy. Yeah. So if they decided to go another round on Peaches and Cream to try to get it as perfect as they could, not even knowing if that round was still going to do it, and it ended up not shipping until December of this year, how pissed would people be?
Yeah.
Like, it's a hard decision to make.
So
An impossible one. Like, there's no answer.
So Crazy Boy 1179 asked an interesting question about the community growing at a rapid pace. Do you think the community is becoming more judgmental and toxic towards things? Honestly, I don't think so. I just think naturally in every community, the people who are upset have the loudest voices, right? Generally, people who are happy are just kind of like they're happy and they don't feel like they need to say anything. People who are upset, if there's more people, yeah, there's going to be a larger number of people who are upset. That's my take. I don't know.
And yeah, I agree.
The more people that show up, the more people that are going to get upset. You can't have.
And there's kind of a mob mentality in this community. There's a lot of people who don't even have their own opinions. And they're just like, this guy said that thing in that Discord. That's what I think about it now. And then you multiply that by hundreds of or thousands of people. And there's a bunch of people who are talking about these things that they don't actually have that opinion. They're just saying it because that's what everyone else is saying.
Well, there's also the whole aspect of people who are criticizing the colors of sets and they haven't seen it in person.
Yep. You know, how
that's my favorite.
That's what's been happening with Peaches and Cream. Is people are like, that looks nothing like it. And I'm like, they did. UPass and Rinsuya did such a good job in the group buy thread where they posted a picture and UPass literally was walking around his house and taking pictures. Like, here it is by the windowsill. Here it is standing kind of in a dark room. Here it is literally outside. And it's all different colors. And it's like, yeah, that's how it is. That you can't get around that. There's no like changing colors change based how you look. I talk about it all the time. My set of camping based on what time of day it is going to be how warm the white is. So sometimes, like, you know, pictures, I never will sit there and judge a set of what it looks like on pictures unless I really like it. Like Mizu was one of the first sets I think I saw where I was like, I'm really liking how it's looking in pictures. I'm going to buy it. And I love it even more in person. But, you know, it's one of those things where, like, I would typically like to see it in person because I think you can't justify plastic over a screen. And warm white versus cool white is a really fucky thing to work with.
Oh yeah. Like the color or the photo booth I have, it's not like a photography photo booth. It's a product photo booth to view plastics and colors in different lighting. So like it has 3 different settings that all have 3 different lighting temperatures. So there's the warm to the middle to the cool. They're labeled like home. They're labeled, I think one of them is labeled like, this is what this product's going to look like on a shelf in a store. So if you're getting your packaging and you're going to sell it in Walmart, you want to know what it looks like at Walmart, not in someone's desk at their house. So it has all these different modes and you can swap them. So I try my best to replicate what I think most people's desk lighting is going to look like when we're looking at colors.
Yeah.
But obviously not everyone has the same lights. Not everyone has the same monitor. Not everyone lives in the same room in the same part of the earth. It's like
angle of the sun.
Yeah.
I
mean, and people taking pictures with their phones and stuff, like phone cameras, yes, they've come a long way. They look great for a lot of the times, but it still can't get white balance. Like I remember I sent one of our mods, Rick, a picture of my computer and I have white LEDs on my inside my computer and my phone literally made it look blue. But as soon as I like held on, like took a picture at a different angle, it made it look white again. So it's like white balance on phones, because it's automated. You can change it, but it's not like a DSLR or a mirrorless camera where you can really like dial it in. It's going to look different in every light.
It's a lot of it's artificial just to make your pictures that you take on your phone look better than it should be on a phone. It's not meant to professionally be color matched. A lot of them are oversaturated on purpose just to make them look cooler.
More vibrant, yeah.
Yeah. But all that to say, it's hard.
Go
it's
watch
scary.
MKBHD's like end of the year photo camera roundup that he always does, where it's like you can see how different the same like picture is between every phone.
And the iPhone 11 that probably or 80% of people have was it lost in the first round.
It's true. It did. That was a big surprise in that one, I must say.
Shout out to Delphin's wife, really quick, by the way. Delphin says forcing, or not wife, but girlfriend. Delphin says forcing my girlfriend to watch the stream with me.
Hi, Delphin's girlfriend.
Delphin's girlfriend, I'm sorry. We will try and entertain you as much as possible.
Also, shout out to him for the tier 1 sub for 5 months, a non-syndicate. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. And Sniper Bob, thank you for the 2-month.
Sniper Bob. So, also, Delphin, I'm sorry if your girlfriend falls for Dixie. He is an attractive man that deserves everything.
Taken.
But yeah, I kind of wish we talked about it a long time ago about how color matching almost shouldn't be as public as it is, and it never is with anything else. And I am hoping that, I know some people would lose their mind if they found this out, but I'm hoping that we move away from that. I'm hoping that you get a picture, and obviously you want to render it as close as possible. I think the work should definitely be put in to render something that's going to look as close to what your vision is, with obviously the understanding that like it could look slightly different just because of my screen versus theirs. I have 3 monitors. Each one of them looks different. So it's, but I'm hoping that you just kind of go, I'm going to buy this because I trust that person or the vendor or the designer is going to do a good job. And that's where the community needs to go.
Yeah. I think it would benefit if it became, a lot of people hate and are trying to hold back what a lot of people have deemed the commercialization of the community. But I think like when I bought my iPhone 11 Pro from Apple, when I pre-ordered it, that was a render.
Yep.
And when I got it, this green was a lot different than what I saw when I purchased that iPhone. The gold iPhone 11 is like worlds different than what the render showed when you bought it. No one is complaining to Apple. What RAW was that? This looks nothing like the render. I think it's because the community is so small and we're so approachable that it's easier for people just to light you up.
Mm-hmm.
No one cares to light Apple up because they know they can't get in touch with them, so they just accept it.
What's even better too is that like Apple and other companies will go back and they will subtly change the render after the fact.
Which I guess is fine because that means everyone who hasn't bought it yet will get a little bit more accurate. But I'm on both sides. It's like I like the close knitness. Like I personally take it on myself to try to be as involved as possible because I don't want to be this mysterious silhouette of a person who's just selling you things. Like I like the idea that someone knows who I am. I'm just a person. I'm not just idea of I'm just making money off of you. So, but it's hard. Because when you do that, you're more approachable for people to just constantly complain about everything you do because you're there.
Yeah.
All the time.
Well, and like people, like you said, people want to, they don't like the thought of the community being more commercialized. But my thought is it's inevitable, right? It's going to happen no matter what. As we grow, it almost has to happen in order for the community to really succeed. And why not support the people who are in it, the vendors who are in it for the love of keyboards, the people who got into it and built their company on the basis of the fact that they just love keyboards and they wanted to make things for people instead of letting like some big company come in and just like invest and suck the like love out of it and just do it for the money.
Like I don't post many pictures of color matching, which is what this little topic started on, because I'm scared that it's going to do more harm than good.
Mm-hmm.
If I post this picture of these samples, and I'm not a professional photographer or whatever you call it, editor, I can't get it perfect. So if I post it and everyone freaks out that it's not perfect, I would have just been better not even posting anything.
Yeah.
So I usually don't post anything, or if I do, I have a huge disclaimer. This may not look what it actually looks like. Take this with a grain of salt.
Yep.
And I 100% never post it before the designers see them in person, because I don't want it to skew their thought on if we need another round if they saw it on a screen before they saw it in person. But you'll notice that a lot of the sets I've run, I've never posted a picture of the samples before, just because it's done more harm.
Yeah.
You don't need to. That's like you did. I think that you did. I'm not just saying this because we are friends. I am not just saying this because you sponsor us. The best job done when it came to renders and color matching was Modern Dolch.
That was a long one too.
Yeah.
That was a long ass time ago, and you did an amazing job on Modern Dolch. If you guys are interested, you guys should go check out the Modern Dolch group buy, because the chips were there and there was a lot of different pictures and different lighting and very like, hey, we're trying this, we weren't happy with this, and this was when I cared a little bit more about the color matching process at the time, but now, I mean, I don't really care as much now because I'm like, I kind of have an idea of how that's going to look. But Modern Dolce, that was one of the first few sets that I got in on in a group buy fashion. And I just remember it being handled really, really well. And I think people were more receptive to that. But I feel like now that the community's basically tripled in size since then, it's just the amount of people coming out to, everybody wants their set to be exactly what they want and forget that you have to make a set for 1,000 people or 3,000 people.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, Modern Dolce, I think it was the first custom set that I've ever done. I can't take all the credit. It might have even been more of Jay and Glad on that one. But that was the first one either one of us had ever done. I mean, I think it was even maybe in the first 3 to 5 sets in our community that had custom colors. Maybe not, but it was one of the first that was like publicly showing the process, I guess, and it wasn't just like hyperfuse that was just very mysterious.
Yeah.
But we didn't really know how to go about it. It was like, are we supposed to show them this stuff? Are we not? But I guess we did a good job if that's what you say we did.
I mean,
that was
great.
I mean, that was hard.
You did a great job showing like this is what we're going for. And I guess, it made me feel good about the fact that I bought that. But on the other hand, sometimes I could totally see where like someone's looking at it on a monitor and going, what the hell did I buy? And it's like, don't stop making judgments until you see it in person. Yeah. If you hate it in person, that's fine, right? Like if you absolutely hate it in person, you have every right to hate something because guess what? Like you're a human. You have the right to judge something. But if you're just simply judging it and you've never actually seen it before, you can't say you absolutely hate a food without trying. You can't say that you can't say that you absolutely love a food without trying it. So you can't say this is my favorite set or this is my least favorite set if you haven't really seen it in person. That's all. A lot of times we usually are flexible, but whenever we have our fast four, a lot of times, people will pick sets that have already come out because they know it's their favorite. They've seen it on a board. So once you get proof of concept, I think then you can start making judgments about things that you want. But until then, shut up.
I mean, I think it's fine when you see a picture of samples to go, oh, I'm a little nervous about that.
Yeah.
That may not come out right, but you don't need to be like spreading this gospel of peaches and cream is trash. Like it could be, but you don't know. Like, wait till you get it before you can really say this is bad.
It's funny, the set, it was brought up earlier talking about round 2 of Bento. That's a set that looks terrible in photos. Every photo, it looks different. The mods are like, they look like they would be impossible to read.
Yeah.
But when you see it in person, it's a completely different set. It looks good.
I think I've seen one picture of Bento. Like, I've never actually seen it in person,
Mm.
and I have not bought it because of that. I'm not going around saying that like Bento sucks, but like I haven't bought it because I don't want to risk that one because
Yeah.
I don't really know. But I've seen one picture that I was like, oh, I can actually read them. And I think it was more of a macro shot where there wasn't any of the bloom of lighting and stuff.
Yeah.
But it is. I mean, I understand not buying something because you don't know. But I mean, that's what meetups are so good about. I mean,
It's
go to a meetup.
that's how I think. That's how I think Waves is. I think Waves is a set that's hard to photograph. I think Peaches and Cream is going to be a set that's hard to photograph. I mean, if you go through, I think GMK camping is pretty difficult to photograph.
I think they all are, unless it's white and black.
White
Yeah,
and black,
unless it's
and
minimal.
and like monotone or just like basically monotones.
Yeah.
When
If it's gray, it's gonna look great.
it's gonna look fantastic. Like nines photographs beautifully.
Yes.
The worst part about photographing nines is trying to not catch light off of. Thank you for the 6
Wow.
gifted subs by Not Geo. Thank you very, very much. Definitely appreciate always.
Hot.
Big Geo. Little
Yeah,
Geo.
Vaporwave was one.
Vaporwave.
Vaporwave was one that when I saw the renders, I was like, I'm gonna go blind if I have this on my desk. But then when you get it, like we said earlier about 808, your monitor is literally lit up.
Yeah.
So Vaporwave was literally, by the definition, it was glowing. But when it's on your desk in plastic, it is not glowing. It's just a piece of plastic.
Mhm.
So it really tones itself down. Yeah, I saw Vaporwave in person, and I was kind of like, I could deal with that.
Yeah. And I think there's also like something you said about like if there is someone that you consistently look at their pictures and you know how their pictures relate to like something you have in real life, then you can maybe make a better assessment. But even then it's hard. That's like my thing with the
Some sort of
whole
constant.
yeah, like my whole thing with the sound deal, right? Like with typing tests. Typing tests are always going to be different. There's so many factors that go into the way a typing test will sound versus real life. Whereas like, you know, maybe if you're comparing, like if you know the way that like a Zelio V2 changes on your board versus what maybe like Nathan, because he does a lot of typing tests, maybe like Nathan's videos, then maybe you can have a better assessment of like one versus the other. But even then, it's like take everything that you see, everything that you hear with a grain of salt, because it's going to be different when you get it in your exact situation.
Absolutely. Sniper Bob, personally, I don't think so. I think if it's worth money, people will complain about it. Even if it was free, people like complaining about
Yeah.
it. People
I've heard stories of people complaining about stuff they literally got for free.
Yep. They like Dixie could go in and throw in 20 extra keycaps for free, not tell anybody, and have and people would complain.
Yeah.
People did that with Dracula. We
Yeah.
gave them free caps, and they complained that it wasn't the free ones that they wanted.
Yep.
Well, and I think that's
So
when we talk about commercialization, I think the people that are really against it are the people who feel like if the community gets bigger and commercializes more, their opinions aren't going to be as taken to heart, right? They feel like that's not going to be like taken and people aren't going to change things for them. But my thing is like, if as the community commercializes more, there's going to be more cap sets, there's going to be more boards. So it's like, you can just literally, like everyone gets what they want in that situation, if that makes sense. Like, because there's so much more, the people who don't like green sets can finally get green sets or orange sets. The people who like grayscale sets get those, and everyone can kind of fit in their own box because there's more boxes.
it's true. I think the people, like when the community started 3 years ago, it was very much that almost like every project, a community member could feel like they were a part of it. I had a part in this small section of this. And now we're kind of moving away where it doesn't feel like this is a group project. And it doesn't mean as much because I can't feel like I had a part of this. That dude just did what he wanted. And I didn't get to claim that it was community.
Yeah.
But I think the way you need to look at it is in a different direction is everything that those people that were those founding community members that helped start and bring up all of those criticisms and changes that we have read every single one of those for every set that we've ever run. I know what this one person is going to say before they even say it. That is always going to be in my mind. So they need to think about it as they've already built the foundation. We already know what they want. So just because you can't say it now and it mean anything, we already know. So what you've said in the past has already created what we're moving forward to. So the bigger we can get, we might be able to create ergo sets. We don't need to post an interest check to know that people want ergo sets. I know that there's people out there that it exists. I don't need you to be able to type it on GeekAct for it to be known. I've read 1,000 GeekAct posts, and I know what you already are saying. That's why I can just post an interest check with a kit, because I already know what you're going to say. I've read it 50. Why, if the set's red compared to blue, would your needs change? It doesn't. It's the same. Why do I need you to say it to me a 15th time? So, like, what you've said in the past did not disappear. It's still there. We all know that it's there. And once we can make it happen, we'll make it happen. So, like, you're not being forgotten. I think that's what people are feeling.
Yeah. Because there's also, like, the fact if there's more stuff going, if the community is bigger and can support more, there are going to be more people that can just make what they want, right? Like, there's more opportunities for everyone to become a designer of some sort or get their creation to be run by some manufacturer. So, I mean, it's not like
no one,
less designers are being in the community. There's more designers. So,
yeah, it's like no one told me to put minivan support in redacted. I didn't need to post an interest check and get 15 people to yell at me for it not existing. I just did it because the other 15 times I didn't put it in there, I saw that you wanted it. So that doesn't mean you weren't involved. You were just involved before it existed.
Yeah.
My God, it's like you're listening.
It's like you read.
It's like
You've read before. Yeah, and I guess it's, they want to say they had their hand in every set. You have your hand in every set. Going back a couple years, you making a couple people, Zap wants to see some turquoise hair.
He does.
2,400 bits from Zap. Thank you very, very much, Mr. Zap. Always awesome partner of ours. But I kind of lost my train of thought, but I do have a question from CCat6 for Dixie. What is your favorite keycap set and or keyboard by a community member? I imagine this is by someone other than you.
I think it's upcoming.
Oh, upcoming.
Mm-hmm.
Something that is not really something you're excited for.
I'm really bad at favorites.
Subs.
I'm very bad at ordering things and picking a number one. I'm really bad at thinking on the spot of all the crap that's coming up in the future. So I don't know.
Decline.
Maybe Modern Ultron 2.
Modern Ultron 2.
Can't pick that. I can't pick that. I always say the key cult number 265. It's a cop out answer, but it's the one that I can always remember when I'm on stream and put on the spot. Here's one. I'm really excited for that injection molded Rama case.
Yeah.
Like, we're talking about things that are different, which Novel Keys was already leaked their injection molded one. And now we're getting a Rama one, so we're getting those intro prices, but to me it's less about the price and more that it's just something cool and plastic and not metal, and you can trade out all these different colors and all the back plates and the bottom plates, so that one just seems pretty fun that you can create something plastic. Mm-hmm. Plastic doesn't get enough.
Yeah, and it's cool too because that's something
just because it's expensive.
We talked about, like, even all the way back in one of our very first episodes that we did with Quakeums. We talked about how awesome it would be for like these like higher tier companies that are considered like either mid or high end companies for keyboards to start making things that are really hit the low end and really create a lot of like competition down there. Like, and so we're seeing that with like Mechanisk, with what he's done at the lower price point, as well as now the Kara or Kara, however you say it. But I'm excited for those. I think it's gonna be cool.
I think it's a cool opportunity to know that you're going to get something designed very well, and a lot of thought was put into it, but it doesn't cost a lot. So it's like you're getting the $500 amount of effort that they put into it, but it doesn't cost $500.
Yeah.
Like a lot of times, if you buy a $140 keyboard, you're going to get $140 worth of keyboard.
Yeah.
But when you get a high-end company coming down, you're getting more worth a lot of times just in the engineering and the thought
Mhm.
and all of that. So that's just pretty cool to know. I wish I could do it if I had time, but
Injection molded power.
Well, speaking of
plastic is very cool.
time, on the redacted, I want to ask you about this. On the redacted sheets, talking about what they support, there's quite a few boards on there that have the name Dixie in front of them. Any spice coming up? It looks like a 50%, a 75%, and of course there's the TKL Schofield, if I said that right.
Yeah.
Oh,
75% is basically completely out now.
yeah.
Like I've slowly, secretly been letting a little bit more out and a little bit more out. Like the redacted April Fools, I posted the render, but I didn't say what it was. And it was kind of a view that you couldn't 100% tell that it was a Bauer unless you really looked at it. But I never told the name. And then in the interest check, I revealed that it was a Bauer, but I didn't put the end. And I don't know if anybody's noticed now, but the actual name is out there publicly for you to find.
Ugh, now I have to go find
somewhere. So like it exists and people have found it and people know what it's called. Somebody will probably put it in chat. But I thought it was kind of fun just to slowly leak a little bit and a little bit. It kind of went with the theme. And it was a fun way to kind of announce something alongside something else. With 50%, I can't tell you anything. Sorry. I have to kill you.
Flashed said, "What is the meaning behind Dixie?" And
I'm from Alabama, and it's known as the Heart of Dixie.
Yep.
So that's what it is.
Llamas 6.
Oh wow! Mentally,
Thank you.
thank you.
Thank you. God, who is it? Sorry.
Welcome to the Church of Zychos Mentally.
Llamas 876. I would say worth it. Confirmed. The KBD Mark II, KBD 67 Mark II. While I am not a fan of the layout, I know a lot of people that really enjoy that board. All hail Zychos. Thank you. Here I can. For those curious, this is the first Zyko board.
Jeremy 57, thank you for the 100 bits, and then again, thank you mentally for that
All hail
fat
Zychos,
raid.
Minter party, all hail Zychos.
All right, I'm gonna-
Minter party, all hail Zychos,
Did
Minter
mentally
party,
yeah,
all
mentally.
hail
If you are in chat, did you finish your
Zychos,
Zyko
Minter
build?
party, all hail Zychos, Minter party,
Sorry,
all
Jeremy,
hail
I'm gonna have to-
Zychos, Minter
I'm gonna have to
party,
skip
all
this
hail
alert because this is
Zychos.
very long.
Minter party,
All hail Zychos, all hail Zychos. I wish I could hear it. Jeremy, definitely appreciate that with the 100 bits. No worries, dude. Hey, I appreciate it. Was that a custom Cerakoted Fiel? That was. It is a Fiel Cerakoted in. We'll show this off for the whenever we start the build here in a little bit. We can show it off because I haven't really done like too much of an on-camera one. I'll let Osiris show it off. Let's see. Yes, I think I made enough Zychos. Very nice. It is a clean build. I do enjoy it. It's got minimal, sold by Dixie. It's on a 60% because I didn't get a numpad.
Yeah. I was wanting to put minimal on the Austin that I built this past week, and I was like, wait, I don't have a numpad for it. All right, just go with Hyperfuse.
So, when are the artisan keycap giveaways? They're going to be throughout.
All day.
We have given away
When
some, but we have
Moto
not given away
R2.
all. We are going to be so whenever we have games of the community, we are going to be giving away the Prime Caps ones for sure when he is on the stream. So he should be on the stream probably around 10 o'clock our time. Let's see.
Everyone wants to know when Moto Round 2 is. Are you at liberty to share that information or no? Not yet.
No, I'm not.
Stay tuned. Sign up for the Dixie Mac newsletter.
Marketing plans, okay?
Will it be before?
No amount of streamers will be able to crack it, okay?
Will it be before 2024?
Yes.
There it is.
Which
There's
we've already announced that it's going to be this year.
Hey.
So we've said that.
That info is redacted. That's what you should just respond to everything this month of that. Unfortunately, that's redacted. Or just send them the block text.
Oh, I've been having a lot of fun with that this month.
Oh, I bet.
Like all over Twitter, when people tweet me, I'm just like sending these black bars to everyone.
No, I've been loving bleeping myself for the GMK. I was like, for the second I saw that, I was like, I cannot wait to announce that so I can just start bleeping everything.
You should, if you could get like an augmented reality thing that put a black bar over your mouth at the same time, that would be really cool.
We could do it. Figure it out.
It's probably possible. Maybe difficult, but probably possible. So, well, Dixie, if you guys have any more questions for Dixie, please tag at Mex on Deck. That helps us find stuff. God damn it, Brez. God damn it. I'm gonna let Osiris write that one.
I can't. I'm fixing something.
Oh, you don't have to write it right now. But
Oh, okay. Like physically, you're gonna let me write it. Oh, okay.
you never just so
That thing come in?
yeah, it's here.
Okay, good.
We got food on the table, but we haven't started yet, but whenever we have a little more free time, I'm gonna work on it a bunch. We will have free time as we have not even hit the teens of hours left. So I just want to thank Dixie for introducing me. This is Nazi to Pelican cases, made moving out with my keyboard cases easier.
Best way to carry your keyboards.
That's an underrated thing that you offer on your site. These Pelican cases they're
I
awesome.
think I'm sold out now.
Yeah, I was gonna buy one recently for a specific board, but was unable to get one.
Yeah, they're very expensive and they don't sell very quickly, so
Yeah.
I may not put them in stock for a bit. Unless I can convince them to do like a custom one.
2
Yeah.
months.
TDM Blue, thank you for the 2 months. Welcome, dude. I believe TDM Blue came from Brandon Taylor.
Ooh.
So, Tommy Hong, Mex on Deck. My question for Dixie is redacted.
Well, that makes it very hard for us to ask that question. So
I just found out the layout of the number 3 redacted. I love it. I love it. So I'm going to have to do some deep diving on this 75% now. I'm excited to try and figure it out. The amount of stuff that's just simply redacted is beautiful. So, and let's see, marbles soon. We're about to start up marbles. So, but any news on the Schofield?
Unfortunately, that one keeps getting pushed. Like I'm not satisfied with the design how I originally made it. Like I have the prototype, it works, sounds amazing, but I'm just not satisfied with certain parts of the way I did it. And I want to change it.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I just haven't had time, and the prototyping process is very long now because of all the stuff that's happening. So it just kind of is at a stalemate right now on time and designing it.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not dead. It's just how it happens
The
sometimes, I
world
guess.
has come to a grinding halt. So,
Yeah.
it's one of those Iguwu.
Is that?
Iguwu, thank you for the host. That's why I've been asked a few times about the Baka, and I'm just like, I'm not doing anything right now because
No.
it's too risky to do anything. It's hard to get in contact with people. Shipping is delayed. I would rather wait for this to stop and know that things are going to be taken care of. So How much time did it take to design the interest check page?
Redacted. It's probably. I mean, I don't really know hours. It took a while. Like it was a long time because I was trying to figure out how to make the real redactions that are completely blacked out and the spoiler things that you can actually uncover look exactly the same, so that you couldn't tell the difference in them. I thought that would be fun. That people would literally have to sit there and click on every one of them to try to figure out what information they could actually uncover. But it took a while, and just attempting to like translate just actual interest check information into kind of like a government sounding message. Like it's something that I didn't just want to type it normal. Like I wanted to try to kind of make it in theme. And a lot of I felt really stupid when I was doing it. Sometimes I was like, am I going too far? But the answer is always no. You're never going too far. Yeah. It took a while. I don't know an actual number, but I spent a long time on it.
And then Sick Jones asks, well, what are your thoughts and feelings around the community's sudden growth?
I mean, I like it.
I like it.
Obviously.
Yeah, me too.
The community has not lost much.
I can still talk to the same people that I always talk to. And then you always have the chance that some other person that fits into your little same mindset of people might pop up. I'd say like in the last year, I have a smaller group of people that I've had in my corner, I guess, that we all think the same way. So we can say what we need to say. And you'll find like, oh, this person thinks exactly like us. Cool, we have a new friend. So that usually doesn't happen unless things are growing. And obviously we get more keyboard and key set designs out of people who wouldn't exist if it wasn't growing. And I don't talk to Nathan anymore because the community is too big.
Community's too big. Can't talk to Nathan.
Yeah, sorry, Nathan. You're just too far down the list.
Well, I think
I actually sent you a picture yesterday and you didn't respond, okay?
Ooh, called out.
By the way, Nathan, slide into my DMs, man. Slide into my DMs. The fuck is a Teja?
The fuck is a Teja?
I sent you a very exciting picture yesterday and you didn't respond.
Ooh.
Uh-oh, Jeff Leopard. Thank you for the gifted sub to Mr. Teja. Other than that, if there was one more question I feel like I missed.
I'm ready for some marbles. So we'll go to the screen where you can show off the marbles and we can see. Yeah. Is it working? Let's see. Where's my marbles?
Oh, I found a question why y'all are doing that. Make Nova. I do all my website design on everything. All graphic design and web design I do myself. The renders, Janglad does most of them, but everything else I do myself.
All right, so it looks like Marbles is set up and ready to go. So if you want to start voting for your maps, people, ! Vote followed by a number 1 through 54. That is your options. You'll be entered to win a set of Redacted, which is pretty cool set.
I thought we were giving away a DM for me.
Ooh.
Where Nathan would really want to win.
You do that instead. Chat,
Give away. Give away.
I'm just joking. I don't want to.
Conversation with Dixie.
I don't want. Oh God.
Next stream, can we give away a ride on your yacht?
No, that's very exclusive club.
It's a 159 Dixie club only.
I still think it would be hilarious for us to like actually like rent a yacht and like get together.
See, the cover charge to get on the yacht is you actually have to take a B stock and throw it into the ocean.
Ah, yeah.
So not many people want to do that.
We could use a Kepler as an anchor.
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go.
Am I the only one that thinks Dixie looks like a younger Joe Exotic?
Oh man, I actually bought the hat that he wore in the entire documentary. That's like at that random car dealership. Yeah. So I do have that hat. I should have worn it.
God,
dang! I think it's at my house. The next time I'm on, I'm gonna wear the Joe Exotic cat.
See, cat, that might have been the funniest. That might top some of my. I have like my favorite Twitch comments saved on a server that I'm in by myself, mainly to just like transfer photos to my phone easily. And so I don't like blow up the Mex on Deck one, but I have lists, and that might be.
So Mike of Novel Keys, during the Tiger King explosion, he actually posted an update on his Instagram with like a parody of Carol Baskins, where he was like, "Hey, clacks and clickers." So like I responded to him with my Joe Exotic cat in Joe Exotic characters. I don't know if anybody missed that, but me and Novel Keys had a
I remember
small
seeing that.
exchange in theme of Tiger King that was up for 24 hours.
I love it. I fucking love it.
All right. Looks like the space station has been picked. That was number 52. Get it going. This opens up. Type !play. The enter to win a free set of Redacted or a DM from Dixie. Who knows?
I'm trying to read who said that. Keyboard Krill asks, I might be wrong, but I thought Dixie was into JDM cars. If so, are you ever going to get a Skyline?
Yeah. Glad you asked that. I was typing it, but then the chat went, so there's no way he would have seen
I was
it.
like, I was trying to counteract it.
I love JDM cars. I've owned, I think, 4 Z cars in my life throughout. I just sold my 300ZX, but I do have a 240Z in 1972. So the Z car is like my favorite line of car ever. But I very much like one of my dream cars is the R33 Skyline, which I think is what he also asked. So I really one day want to be able to import an R33. I don't think you can legally do it until 2024, 21 or 24 or something like that. It has to be 25 years after its age. But yeah, R33 is my favorite Skyline. So maybe one day after I suck all of y'all dry from all of your money, you can buy me an R33 Skyline, okay? That was a joke, okay? That was a joke.
Someone in chat's gonna like clip that without any context and then post it everywhere.
I waited too long to say the joke thing.
Yeah, right. You gotta have like mid-sentence be like, "This is a joke," and then continue.
Yeah, what fun is that? But yeah, love JDM cars. Number 1 for me.
By the way, guys, thank you for the shout outs on Instagram. I'm going through them now. I very much appreciate all of them.
Yeah, the R33 to me, like the R34. Sorry, I'm just talking if you're waiting
No,
to fill in the space. The R34 is the popular one, the one that was in Too Fast, Too Furious. It's the worldwide known, or Godzilla was the R34. But in my opinion, the R34 is a little too boxy. So the R33 is just a slightly more rounded off version of the R34. The R32 is a little too generic looking for me. And the R33 is the perfect balance. Like the front end of the R33 is a little more round and it's not just a box. So R33 is probably one of my favorite cars of all time. And it's actually not like a supercar expensive, like insane amount of money because it's a less popular one. So that's why I have hope.
Mm-hmm.
Well, if you are in chat and you have not entered, you can type !play, and that gives you in this marbles game.
Did I enter?
I mean, if you want to win
I'm
your own
entering.
set.
One your own set, go for it.
I just think it's funny. I've done that one time ever on Top Clack. Randomly in chat, I was like, hey, let's give away a key set. And then I won the key set. It was just really funny. It's always funny to have that opportunity for that to happen.
It's like your luck quadruples in seconds.
If Dixie wins, we will give it to the second place winner.
Yeah, for sure. I'm not going to take it.
But yeah, !play to be entered to win. We got 166 people. That's about 100 people that are not entered. So !play, get in here, win yourself some Redacted. Figure out what's under those pad printed legends. I can't wait for the people who are like, like on Twitch streams, like dremeling to sand down
Like
the
an
top.
electric sander.
Yeah.
We could do it for science.
So with this set, forgot to mention, for US, it is free. Outside of the US, we might have to ask for international shipping rates, but also bear with us because due to this time, like shipping is just a nightmare. So if you are international, what will most likely happen is Dixie will ship it to us and we'll get it out to you guys. So
Yep.
International is a nightmare at the moment.
it
Don't even know if it's going to arrive or not.
It's changing every day, and it's not consistent yesterday as it is today. So it's
Thank you, Render.
Yeah.
There's a name with your box with Crystal Lube sitting on it or sitting in it. With your information
You
sitting
put the lube on the box?
Yes. I dumped all the lube
Good.
out into the box so that whenever he opens it up, he doesn't actually have to open up the container.
It'd just be oozing out the side.
what was those switches that did that? Like the Arctos switches, I think, where they shipped them
they just
and they were just
loosely-
loose in a box. Just like, here you go.
Pog box lube switches. You just throw the switches in there and throw them up. No, I've got
Box lubed.
the stuff that is international. I still have everything marked down. I'm just weary about international shipping right now.
It's good. Wait,
It's-
we've had a lot of
I don't
them
want to have
where
to. I would rather make you wait than have to be like have that conversation where it's like, hey, it got lost in the
gone.
mail. It's also your replacement. Bye.
Yeah.
Like, so
we've had a lot where like international will take sometimes 2 to 4 weeks to arrive. So when you ship it, their country is accepting packages, but sometime in that 2 to 4 weeks they close it before it gets there, but we've already shipped it. So it's like
stuck in a
we've
warehouse.
had so many get returned. So it's really scary. Better just to wait.
All right, last couple seconds to hit exclamation point play to be entered to win a set of GMK Redacted, which is available right now on xondeck.dixiemech.com. So if you don't win and you want to get it, head on over there and pick it up. Bookmark that. Maybe pick up a set of whatever's running next. Who knows? Could be Modern Dolch, could be Minimal, could be something we haven't even seen yet. So
Redacted set that's not redacted.
Another redacted set.
Redacted dark.
redacted.
Right after.
That'd be funny, honestly. That'd be pretty.
You should do GMK redacted light dark. just to
Whoa.
really piss people.
GMK modern redacted light.
Modern Dolch redacted. GMK modern
That'd be
Dolch
pretty
light redacted.
Oh my gosh. Redacted 2, the redacted.
Redacted.
Put a tagline on it. He said,
Redacted to electric boogaloo. Functional.
Happy Saturday, guys.
Thank you for the tier 1 sub.
All right, starting in 10. Last couple seconds. Got 194 people in the race. You got 5 seconds left. Exclamation point play.
Staff is here to rig it.
Functional's a good guy. We met him at NorCal.
Shared some drinks with him. Great guy.
This one's interesting.
wow, this is a cool map.
Lots of spinnies. It's a very spinny boy.
I think we could probably work something out like that, Savage Stranaut, if Dixie wants to sign the box.
We could probably work it out. Do I sign it as Joe Exotic?
That would be interesting.
Dixie Exotic?
What happens if Dixie wins? Then it will go to the next person.
Whoever's in number 2.
Big evil laugh, and then I will run away.
Evil laugh disconnects. Never hear from
Black.
What's my? You were in it there for a little bit.
Oh wow, yeah, I was like 5th place for a second.
It's not. It's trouble. Oh,
Oh, here we go.
Geo,
Here we
baby
go.
Geo's in the front by a good little margin. Oh, and then he just got cucked by the little pop-up thing. Unlucky.
Ooh, getting past. Smea?
It's having trouble figuring out who's in front. Let's go, baby.
There we go. Oh crap. I had like 1 second.
All right, I'm gonna wait for everyone to get through this little deal because it does not know who is first. So
Does this boost command actually work?
No,
why do you?
it does not. But
There's a lot of people that are. Why are you? What are you doing, game?
Joe Exotic boost.
Nathan's bringing up the rear. Sorry, Nathan. Oh wait, no,
Hey.
Oh, Nathan's in first.
no. It doesn't know who's in first because it's telling me. Oh, there we go. See, now
Let
it
him
just
have
fixed.
this. Okay, just let him have it.
Teja's in second now.
He was in second to last. It was like messed up. It was showing whoever was in last was in first.
If Nathan wins, the deal is that he has to do a stream sanding off the redactions whenever he
Yes.
gets it.
I'm okay.
That
with
would
deal.
actually be awesome.
So that's what's set in stone. If Nathan wins, regardless of whether or not he agrees to do this, then he has to do it.
We're not even going to use electric sander. It has to be by hand. Every single one of them.
Every single key. Yep.
He said he's
Yeah.
down.
With his tongue.
And
With
you
his
gotta do
tongue.
it on a 24-hour stream. And you have to complete it within 24 hours.
I mean,
Now he's actually going to win. We're like, oh, crap.
Subathon content.
Sir Timmy Timbit is like way far in the lead right now. How much longer?
That's dangerous though. You get excited and then like the last bit of the course is a ramp and then you just get yeeted off.
Or like one of these poles just comes up and just completely stops your ball, and then you're screwed.
Gundam Cheese, you have an amazing name, by the way. Gundam Cheese. I love it.
Yes, all redactions besides the eyes only kit, all the redactions in the base kit do have the regular, like there is text underneath. There's just no confirmation if the text is just the regular legends
Sir Timmy?
or something.
Spoiling it for y'all because you're
Yeah,
watching.
got disconnected, comes back and gets the victory. Sir Timmy Timbit. So let me get you our link really quick.
There you go, Dixie. You made it. You win. Or you didn't win, but you didn't fall off.
You finished.
That's all that matters.
Sir Timmy Timbit, I've sent you a Twitch message with a form that I just need you to fill out. And I will get that information over to Dixie. Dixie, thank you very, very much for coming on, taking time out of your Saturday. I know you've got lots of tigers to tend to. So thank you very, very much for coming on. If you want to plug anything outside of Redacted, by all means, take it away.
I don't guess I have much to plug besides Redacted, so I guess that's all I have to plug. Support these dudes. Let's get this hair color changed.
Sitting right here staring at me.
Yeah, that's what I'm ready to see. So good luck on the rest of your journey through the 24 hours. And I appreciate having me on.
Appreciate you. I think you're the first one. I don't know if is it 4 or 5 times now?
4.
It's up there.
Yeah, I'm ready to get my 5. What do they do for SNL? Where you get your
Club,
coat,
the card.
Yeah, 5 timers club. Yeah,
It's at least we've had 1, 2, 3. This is 4, I think.
Yeah, I think it's 4.
Yeah, 4. So behind you.
Yeah.
So, but thank you guys. We're going to take a break. Next up, we are going to be doing a build stream with Mr. I Am Me, You Are You. We will be building. I have to look up the name of this board. I believe it's like the AL1, but I have to double check the actual name of it. But thank you, Dixie, and we will be back here in just a few minutes.
You better be back soon, thanks.